Roads twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my temple, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Ain't no cage that can hold me down. No leash, no chains, no goddamn crown. I'm a rebel, yeah, my spirit's raw. The world can't touch what the wild man saw. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Wheels screaming loud under a blood-red sky. Roads twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my temple, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Ain't no cage that can hold me down. No leash, no chains, no God. screaming loud under a blood-red sky. Roads twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my temple, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Ain't no cage that can hold me down. No leash, no chains, no goddamn crown. I'm a rebel, yeah, my spirit's raw. The world can't touch what the wild man saw. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantel, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
for Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you to coverage of the final race of the 2025 season as we continue into season number 2 of the NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors Cup Series. We are at Talladega. What a send-off for the final race of 2025 before the Christmas and New Year break. The road to the King of Daytona 500 coming up in January. All the details for that coming up soon. But we are ready to roll here tonight for the Blanchards Towing 250. We had to make a little adjustments and changes on some things, but we are rip-roared and ready to go now. It is a foggy start of the day at Talladega. That fog will lift, and we are looking to have a great race here at the biggest racetrack of NASCAR, the Talladega Superspeedway. I'm Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Biggles Dean Hopton. There's a look at the previous winners. Ryan Johnson, most recently last week at the Magic Mile at New Hampshire, made it a 2-time winner this year. And obviously, Dean, we're ready to see what we do here tonight at Talladega. It should be a good one. Final race before the Christmas holiday break. Going to be a wild one, I think.
Yes, exactly, Wesley. Welcome, everybody, of course. Thank you very much for the patience of sticking around, little technical issues and stuff like that, but we get through it at some point. As you can see, Dega, feels like we're back here after the King of Dega that we had recently, Wesley, and we'll be switching that over to the King of Daytona, as you mentioned. Indianapolis will be pushed back a little bit. We're just talking about that before in the green room because of the fact that that actually schedules into that very much big race. The second big race that we have, the first big race of the 2026 right there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Obviously, as we aforementioned, we have the King of Daytona coming up. Because of that, this will be the final race of 2025 until we come back and resume, and that will be on January the 14th, and that will be at Indianapolis. Basically, the look at your schedule that you just saw a minute ago, every race will be pushed back a week later. Obviously, we were scheduled to run Indy on the 7th. However, there was a mix-up on the scheduling and the dates and whatnot. And obviously, the big one we're getting ready for is the King of Daytona, presented by Blanchard Towing and Recovery, and that will be after this week. Of course, we take off for Christmas and the New Year, and then we come back for the big race coming up again. That will be coming up on January the 4th to the 10th. Get signed up. Click on that QR code if you've not already done so. It's going to be a good one. The King of Daytona 500, presented by Blanchard's Towing and Recovery. It will be a good one. But let's go back to the focus at hand tonight. Obviously ready to go here in Talladega. Fog indeed. That'll all lift here in just a little bit, and we'll be ready to go for racing very soon here as we take a look at the point standings. Anybody with a lock inside the playoff cut line is advancing, right? So Peyton Johnson's won a race, but I don't think he's a full-time competitor. That's why he's behind the cut line. But all these other guys, these 5 drivers of Johnson and Cherry, Cofield, Edwards, they all are going to the playoffs if they can just continue to stay in the top 20 and be within reach there, Dean.
That's exactly right. The padlock means you're into the playoffs, so you don't have to be battling on the points system or relying on that to get yourself into the playoffs. But there's your cut line for the playoffs you can currently see at the moment with Jackson Wade, Sean Garrett, Peyton Johnson, and the likes of those. So see, he's cut the line in the playoffs, but he's actually into the playoffs, as you mentioned there, for Peyton Johnson with the padlock. And of course, in this series as well, too, Wesley, it is a team standings as well, too. Blue Lights Racing in the lead, starting to build a bit of the gap up at the moment over Gundog Motorsports by 86 points. And then you got Mid-Pack Motorsports and then Blue Line Racing in the 4th place.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that obviously we have a battle within the championship for not only the drivers but also the team standings. And talk about team, you're going to need your team here for Talladega Superspeedway, no doubt about it. Qualifying is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. The field is gritting, and we are just about ready to get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, starting lineup for the Blanchards Towing and Recovery 250. Ryan Johnson on the pole, 55.023 seconds. He'll be ready to bring the Daytona winner for Ruthless Racing. Kevin Edwards alongside in row number 1. Randy Nichols, a couple of wins this year. And Adam Newton alongside of the number 4, the dominator of the Monday NASRA DSR Truck Series. Thomas Aaron and Anthony Hardy will make up row number 3. Trevor Williams, Peyton Johnson on row 4. As you look at the weather on the bottom right of the starting lineup. Brandon Broadfoot, Double Deuce, and Drew Ballesteros will make up your top 10. Roger Diebold and Matt Cherry in the Chevy Performance number 45 there, Dean, make up row number 6.
Next page over there with Matt Hutchins in the 47 next to him with Brandon New in the number 2 car with the Old T. Bruce and Officer Suss in the 16th place there. On behind them will be Josh Rodriguez and Ben Scanlon, Ruthless Racing and Nighthawk Racing. It goes to Bandits Motorsport, Jonathan Caulfield with Dean Galliano for the Gundog Motorsports next to him. Justin Clapper and Tony Burlington on the 21st and 22nd row there with Brian Chu and Brandon Schumann and the 23rd, 24th, not row, the positions there, Wesley. Next page.
Moving on to the next row, it's going to be, of course, the driver of Steven Slaczynski. Andrew Alzewski will make up row number 13. Buzzy Montgold and Cody Knott making up row number 14. Top 30 in the countdown will find Chase Albright and Jeffrey Johnson. Matt Holmes and Raul Meza looking like they will tag the back of the 32 car field. Matt Cherry has not came on the racetrack yet. He is still on the pit lane as we are beginning our preliminary laps here at Talladega. Let's take a look again as what we mentioned leading up to tonight. I think we saw the weather conditions. Let's show them again. There it is. 70 degrees track temp, 64 degrees, cloudy, foggy conditions in the sim. Getting ready to get this thing started. Northeast wind at 4 miles an hour, 7 kilometers. Cloudy conditions, as we mentioned, as these drivers will get ready to roll. Let's take a look at the race analysis for tonight. There it is. Stage 1 will be broken down to 25 laps. There will be a caution at the end of stage number 1. Class Mechanics stage number 2 will take us all the way to halfway in lap number 60 as well. And then, of course, we will have that final 40-lap push to the checkered flag. 100% fuel capacity. Total sets of tires are 3. They're using the Gen 4 car. And all of that is what we will keep track of, obviously, for tonight.
Yeah, it should clear up that that fog at the moment. As we said, B-Square said at the moment, rain delay. Please you all stand by because it was. We get some wet weather tyres on these oval races, and that'll make things a lot more fun, won't it? But no rain, unfortunately. Well, it was rain earlier. There you go, but it's been delayed, so that's the reason why the race has been delayed. Perfect. As you can say with those 100% fuel capacity.
You called him B-Squared, Brandon White, B-Squared?
B-Square, yes. Hip to B-Square.
There you go.
So just to fill you guys in on the fuel strategy we've got for now, it looks like we can go about 30 to 35 laps on fuel. So looks like they can make stage 1, stage 2. They'll have to push it, and they'll definitely have to stop for stage 3.
I'm going to tell you what, too, B-Square, Justin White, if you want to talk about taking a trip down memory lane, this is pretty much like going back into the early 90s or the late 90s, early 2000s with these Gen 4 Cup cars. This is going to be pretty cool.
This is going to be really cool. I think maybe next year we may need to put these on Daytona. not to start the season, but in the middle of the season, and we make it our throwback week.
I mean, you know, you can alter your schedule all the time, right? Promoters, they always say schedule subject to change without notice. I mean, you know, you could do that this year, right? You could.
Hey, tonight we almost ran 150 laps. Okay?
I know. That's what I heard. Yeah. We are going to go 100 laps, though, ladies and gentlemen. That's 250 miles. It's, you know, basically over 250 miles. But, I mean, 100 laps will be the distance for these guys. So, Wesley Outland, Dean Hopton with you. Justin White, obviously, setting the stage. And we'll get ready to bring the field around to the green flag here this time by. Remember, first stage, 25 laps. The smart thing to do right here, Dean, I would say, as we get ready to come to green, just be smart, stay out of trouble, ride and drive in stage number 1.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? You get the temperature up, the tires take so long, temperature, and get into the Talladega groove, really, the slipstream of Talladega, and you've got to get your dancing partners with you as well, too, because the Superspeedway, as you're aware.
Well, here they come through the tri-oval. Ladies and gentlemen, into the United Rentals restart zone. The green flag flies as they work through the fog at Talladega. We are green. The Blanchards towing and recovery 250 is on. Pistol caught side by side as they rock and roll down to the corner number 1 and 2. That is 33 degrees of banking that greets them through the Alabama fog. Down the back straightaway. That's that Alabama gang super stretch that measures 4,000 feet long. And Johnson right now stays locked to the inside. He leads a team in 3 on the opening go.
And what's interesting as well, too, just about every single driver out there has chosen Chevy. Only 2 drivers out there with the Ford. Stevie and Buzzy Mongol down there at the moment. So it's an interesting choice of the car manufacturers here this evening.
You have the Chevrolet Monte Carlo and you have the Ford Fusion. Lap 1 complete. You might have 99 problems, but knowing that 99 laps to go ain't one. Johnson down to the inside. He leads them. Watch behind with Nichols, couple of winners this year. Aaron right there in tow. Smart thing right now, all these Chevrolets stay locked to the bottom as they work in 3 already, Dean.
Yeah, let's have a look at the moment how they're moving around. There's Randy, a bit of a smile actually on his face there. So usually Mr. Randy's got concentration. He's when he is racing at the moment, he usually is 100% focused. And you need to be right now, isn't he? Because it's right up on the bump of the 38 there of the Tunny horse.
Boys, ready, watching all of this transpire across the stripe. Remember, 30 to 35 laps on a set of fuel, on a tank of fuel, is what Justin mentioned. I got a feeling that if we stay green, we probably will not see anybody come down to the pit lane until the end of stage number 1. There goes Johnson. It's Peyton Johnson up the middle in the Napa Know-How colors. Broadfoot watches on. He's on his back door as they work through 3 and 4.
You can see why you have the triple monitor set up. What we're seeing you at the moment is only 1 monitor essentially, because we've only got 1 screen to show you, of course, on the broadcast. But looking from the driver's perspective, you see how Brandon could actually see out the left here. He can see out there. He can see that car over there. You can be able to see the right. That's going to be very handy, obviously, on any motor racing and iracing, but especially on the super speedways, because you need to know where those cars are, because they're very comfortable sometimes going 3 abreast here.
We're just getting started. If you're listening on CRN, we need to pause for station identification. Ready to roll with the NASRA Cup Series, presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors at Talladega.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to get safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress we depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Back here at Talladega, the field works their way into turn number 3, about to put a handful of laps complete in the Blanchards Towing and Recovery 250. The final race of 2025 for Season 2 of the NASRA Cup Series, presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors. And why I say that, there still is a long way to go in season number 2, but it resumes after the holidays of Christmas and New Year, Dean, 2026.
Yeah, obviously, I hope everybody has themselves a fantastic holidays over this little period. And at least get a little bit of a break from the racing. Of course, spend a little bit of time with the family, if you can, no doubt. That's your one time you're going to get. We'll give you this week off the racing. You can see the second pack at the moment there too, Wesley. There's a little bit of a wiggle and jiggle and bubble. I'm not going to quote you on that. That's yours. Somebody went down to the inside apron. You're getting back to that. We'll get you off, NASRA, and myself and Wesley. We'll let you off there for a week or so, and then we'll get back to racing.
Yeah, we'll come back, obviously, as we mentioned, for the King of Daytona, the NASRA 500 King of Daytona, January the 4th through the 10th. And then, obviously, we come back here again on the 14th, and that will be at Indianapolis after the holiday and the New Year and the King of Daytona NASRA 500 event. By the way, get signed up for that one. It is going to be a fun 7 days of racing, January the 4th through the 10th. Get ready. Be a part of it. All on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Right now, Ryan Johnson, the cheesehead from Salem, Wisconsin, already a NASRA champion, leads the way as they work through turn 4.
Yeah, we got some information there from Justin. Justin, do you have anything for us?
No, I just want everybody to kind of kick back, and I don't know if we have a crank it up kind of moment, but listen to these cars and listen to how NASCAR used to sound when it was actually NASCAR. That's all I got.
Very true. Very true. Well, the boss man has requested it. We'll wait till do we have some static cameras? We do. Coming off the back straightaway. It's time to feel the roar of yesteryear.
Fast though, Wesley. Justin.
They are fast, they are fun, they are loud, and we'll do another Feel the Roar coming up later tonight. If you don't know what the Gen 4 Cup car is, it's the 4th generation of NASCAR stock cars. It raced from 1990 to mid-2007, 2008, before the car of tomorrow was created. Known for its highly aerodynamic fiberglass bodies that look like production cars, race on Sunday, buy on Monday by that motto. The Ford Thunderbird, the Ford Taurus, the Chevrolet Monte Carlo, the Pontiac Grand Prix were essentially custom-built race machines representing a peak era of speed, manufacturer differentiation, and intense aero sensitivity before the unified car of tomorrow. As I just mentioned, as we got Ben Scanlon and a couple other cars spinning down below the bottom of the racetrack, the 88 down on the inside, out of the racing groove, no caution.
No caution, exactly.
V8 powered engine. Yes, sir, equipped with a 358 cubic inch V8 engine, providing significant horsepower. Listen to this. 725 to 750 horsepower in simulation and higher spec versions. And that was, can I say this? That totally trumps the 500, 450, 500 horsepower engine that NASCAR runs today in the next gen car thing.
Wow. Yeah. And, well, speaking of that, look at all the little breakaway packs that you're seeing throughout the haze. There it is. There's the leaders spots right there. Snake of cars. There's a couple of three there, couple of three there. And then you got another pack back here. That's the situation at the moment on the racetrack there, Wesley. So, interesting situations to go. We're 15 to go in our stage one for the Blanchard's towing 250. And, of course, Blanchard himself, what a massive community for NASRA, as well as just in general with, across the board with iracing as well, too. I believe he's even involved in other series as well. Chris Blanchard's everywhere, my friend. And, of course, as we spoke about before, he's a big sponsor of our King of Daytona. I'm confused there at the moment. So he's our sponsor for this one coming around on January the 4th to the 10th, as you mentioned there. So thank you, Chris Blanchard.
We were talking about the horsepower, and they vary from 550 to 670 horsepower in the NASCAR Next Gen Cup cars. But make no mistake about it, nothing like what we had with the Gen 4 car back in the day with 750, 800 horsepower under the hood. As right now, Justin Clapper trying to pick a lane, go high, go low, going after Suss, going after Edwards, the Daytona winner.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Cherry finally on course in 45 also.
Yeah, these drivers are now actually going a little too wide action now, 2x2 here. This is the second pack that we're seeing at the moment there. Justin Clapper's also up 10 places as well too, so fantastic there. But still that first pack are happy to sit there and go single file currently at the moment. There they are there. But you're seeing that movement happening. T. Bruce on that last lap as well too was one of the fastest drivers. He's just on the end of the snake there as well. T. Bruce right there. He's just hanging in there on the 20. Got his fans out there. Let's go T. Bruce with Sharon Bruce, of course, too. But, it's interesting why the second pack's starting to go back to the single snake file as well. So, can they get together? Can they work together, Wesley, and catch the front pack? That's the key, isn't it? 12 to go now. Lap traffic in the way too.
That's a very good question to see how that all transpires, right? We'll see what goes on. As right now we watch these guys working their way again through turn 3 and 4 with down the back straightaway actually. Ryan Johnson continuing to hit his marks. Staying in line, looking good right now.
I think they might be catching him too. That's led by
This is the smart thing to do.
Yeah, look at this. Joshua Suss at the moment is leading the as well. He's had some new goodies and graphics tonight, but because I had some technical issues with iracing things, didn't get enough time to get him in there. But let's have a look at the last lap and the leader's lap. So there it is there. So they're still about a second off the pace there at the moment. Joshua Suss, so he needs these drivers to get in right up into the bumper and give him a nice little push.
And right now, closing in on 10 remaining when they come to the line. It'll be about 15 completed. Remember, stage number 1 will take us all the way to...
too as well, that everybody has been behaving themselves. There's that one little moment there with Ben Scanlon that's put him down on the inside apron, but he's still in this race. I believe. There's no showing this. No, he's just a lap down. You saw a few of those cars there, but they're in there, and no caution so far. That's good. Can I just say the C word? Are we going to be cursed because of that? No, I think we should be fine.
I mean, we had a little moment where we had the car get sideways when Ben Scanlon did, but he was down below the bottom of the apron, so that let us stay green.
This will be interesting too,
Maybe
Wes,
he won,
because,
Jason.
well, remember where that Justin told us about the fuel capacity? We know about the fuel limit to the full tank of gasoline here. You got 3 sets of tires over the wall. They can go easily through stage 1 here, if it's caution free. How deep can they get in stage 2 before they're going to have to look at pit stops? And are they going to be green flag pit stops, which are going to come down to the strategy? Because being a super speedway, as you know, Wesley, you've got to have your dancing partners when you come down. You don't want to be stuck out by yourself on this super speedway track, because you're not going to, your speed's going to be way down than if you had some dancing partners.
You're exactly right. So who will be your friend again, as you mentioned? So a long way to go to decide that fight, actually.
Well, the Tony has led almost every
I think
lap.
this is exactly what they need to do right now. You know what they're doing? They're just being patient, staying out of trouble, and I think this is exactly what you need to do.
That's exactly right. But will there be a little bit of a sprint here? Will they start doubling up to try to steal those stage points coming up? I hate to go here. That's going to be the question of what's going to happen. And when they start breaking up like that, will it help that those second packs behind them start to form up? Let's have a look as they're going to make their way into the backstretch. There's the second pack. I think they are slowly making some gains on them. You can see first 8 cars from Ryan Johnson down to T. Bruce, and then he got Joshua Suss that is the leader. So there we go. We're maybe seeing a little bit of movement in shuffle. When do you think it's time to start looking at that? If you're going to break away, like Randy Nichols, for example, if he's going to look for a pass, an overtake on Ryan Johnson, is he going to hope that somebody's going to help up and give him a push there, get the double file action happening? Or if not, maybe even go 3 rows, potentially. There's a little dash for cash kind of thing across the line, or we say for dash for stage points anyway.
And we'll have to keep an eye on that, no doubt about it, as right now we continue to watch these laps wind down. Now 7 laps to go here in stage number 1. Remember, there will be a caution, as we aforementioned, at the end of stage 1. Caution will be displayed. Right now, everybody just, for the most moment, just being safe and staying in line. This is the smart thing to do, right? Don't put yourself in any predicament to end up wrecking or tearing cars up. Strategy at its finest as we watch these guys work around. And I'll be honest with you, Dean, I think you do the same thing in stage number 2. Do you start finding your partners? Do you have friends? Work on drafting, get up to the front. Maybe if you're hanging back, try to find a way to get to the middle or at least in the top 10. Absolutely. But with that being said, I think you be patient. And then that final 40 laps at lap 60, stage 3, then it's every man for himself. All bets are off.
I think that's actually the case at the moment. We got a little bit of fish out of water situation there from Uno Green. Who was just asking Sharon about that. Just got here. I'm from Venezuela.
Yellow.
Well, NASCAR. Well, there's our caution. So, who is it there, Wesley? I'm looking back to see if anybody's got Joshua Suss. It's Suss.
Oh, boy. I think it's Joshua Suss.
Yeah.
Back straight away into 3 and 4. Problems for Joshua Suss. And he'll put us under the yellow flag. The U.S. Air Force black number 80 all tore up to trigger our first Serve Pro caution.
Oh.
And that's what happened. Starting from a draft as Adam Newton could not back off the back bumper of Suss's car and around with the 80 into the safer barrier on the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Thank goodness it wasn't more than just that car.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually when you have an accident at Talladega, look at the checkups there, all bang, and then just manages to clear everybody else. There's only a couple of cars there behind, but that's Suss hard leak into the fence. And we'll see how much damage that's taken on the front of that car. Have a look. This is how quickly it's going to happen here. Like that, and then that. Bang. Might not be too bad. You can see a little bit of damage on the front there, but a lot of that could be cosmetic. But they're going to be thinking about heading down a pit road anyway. Well, he'll be thinking about heading down a pit road now. He can probably flip up his situation there and fuel that car so we can go a lot deeper and get those repairs done too, Wesley. But that means now that only got a couple of laps there. Will we get going? Green flag for a sprint across for stage 1.
I think we'll be able to continue stage number 1 where they got less than 5 laps. I think it'll be about a 2-lap shootout. But again, I wasn't expecting this to happen, but look, we saw the replay. I mean, you got Joshua Suggs right behind the back of Adam Newton, and literally just got a bad dirty air, pushed out of the line, and around he went. So
and some pit stops actually. So some of these drivers at the moment are going to give up.
A little bit a fish out of water situation. Green. Okay. I just got here, and I'm Venezuelan. I know NASCAR, but none of these guys, anyone I should be rooting for. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Everybody.
Green, take your pick.
These drivers are all going down. There's about half the field heading down the pit road. You can see in the timing tower, Wesley. So these drivers are just saying, you know what? Don't think we got a shot at winning stage one. So let's just go on a completely different strategy. Let's go deeper into this race and play it out that way. And that's probably not a bad idea. If you didn't think that you had a chance there of getting the massive stage points, then why not sacrifice it, head down the pit road, and see how your strategy pans out differently. Something that Ryan Johnson's not going to do, Randy Nichols is not going to do up the front here, or Roger Diebold or Anthony Harden. That'll be the situation for those drivers. Now, especially when you've only got a few laps to go, don't you? Just a dash across really to get yourself those stage points. Although
I don't see anybody coming down to the pit lane. You don't see anybody pitting, and I didn't think of anybody going to be pitting either.
Well, we had half the field just pit. But none of these, some of these.
But not the front runners. Not the front runners. I mean, everybody in the top 15, stayed on the track. Everybody from 15th, 16th on back, they came down to the pit lane, but not the front guys.
Exactly. Well,
we're going to step away, take a break from Talladega. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We have got about a couple of laps to decide stage one. We're back with more in a moment. Stay with us.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Here at Talladega, the lights are off on the pace car. We should be looking at a restart here in a matter of moments. Here's a look at a replay of what happened between Justin White and Stephen Lachinsky. I didn't even realize this. Wow.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just got.
When the world did this happen? Or he's Brandon New. My apologies. It's Brandon New.
Yeah,
Brandon New.
I don't know what happened there. He's just tapped the front there of Brandon New, and then they got into each other again. So, why Stephen was coming through the field there, at super speed, you can see him. Look, maybe he's trying to get the information where it says, "Okay, catch up." He's hit the loud pedal. The tires are really cold, and that's what's forced him around. So, I think he's just trying to get back up in a position. iRacing will tell you, okay, rejoin between cars X and Y or whatever, car number 30, this and stuff like that. Get up to this position. I think he was trying to get back up there, and that's exactly what happened. You're talking about all this horsepower at your right foot there, Wesley. Well, that's what happened when you hit the lap pedal a little too soon.
Yep. We'll get ready to try this again as the field to get ready to come back for a restart. Still a long way to go.
Short time to get there. Actually, we have a long time to get there. All right.
Actually, we'll have a 2-lap shootout, as I aforementioned. Lap 23. The smart thing to do is let's just end it, right? As Ryan Johnson gets ready to bring them back to the green flag. He's got Randy Nichols on the inside. Who remembers Blockbuster Video? That's the sponsor that Randy Nichols is riding with. Back in the day, that was the go-to place for your video store, Blockbuster Video. It's not around anymore.
It was fun back in the day. It was fun just to browse through all the covers and then read the back of them and stuff like that and see what's happening. And you'd sit there for a good, 10, 15
please
minutes.
Rewind. I remember that. I remember that. Be kind, please rewind. Seems like we're back in rewind with the leader Johnson up in front. Nichols will follow. So will Diamond. A solid run for Roger Diamond as they work their way through the fog. That fog will lift as we get earlier or later into the day, into the afternoon. Still morning time here. Talladega, they'll come to the line. Nichols right on the back of Johnson. One to go here in stage number 1 here at Talladega, turn 1.
It's going to be bold and brave, isn't he? Stick his nose out and then try to get a second line going. It's going to have to be relying on Diebold to come up and do something. How's that for T. Bruce? He's up 11 places at the moment, so he's slowly made that 23's way through there in that P4 position as they make their way back down the backstretch, as you mentioned. There's Randy getting out, just sticking his nose out a little bit there at the moment, just trying to think, what can I do? It's going to be bold and brave to get that second lane going. If it doesn't work, you get left hung for dry.
Here they come, working off of turn 4 through the tri-oval. And the man out of Salem, Wisconsin, the cheesehead, Ryan Johnson, will score another stage win. As that will conclude stage number 1. There's the caution that was scheduled to come out anyway at the end of stage number 1. And now I got a feeling everybody from the top 15 will be coming down to the pit lane. This will open up the door for some new names, new fresh faces to be allowed to climb into the top 10 when we come back for a restart there, Dean.
Yeah, I think Thomas Aaron may end up becoming your race leader. So he's the first of the drivers that have taken a pit stop back on that first caution that we had on lap 21. And Trevor Williams alongside him. That's pending. They don't elect to go back down again. We're just waiting for pit lane to be open because they just passed the entrance to it at the moment, so they're going to make their way back around again. But that's going to be the situation that you'd expect. Unless some of these drivers are just going to gamble and stay out a little bit longer. And, well, cautions breed cautions too, don't they, Wesley? So they could take that gamble and not giving up that track position, waiting for another caution, and then getting it done, depending on how deep they can get into this race. It is 100% fuel capacity. But, as you said, only downside with that, Wesley, is that if you have an opportunity to come down and pit road on a caution and a lot of drivers come down, you're not going to lose a lot of track position. If you come down on green flag racing, then potentially you're going to get yourself a lap down.
So we will see drivers coming down to the pit lane in just a moment. We'll see them come down the pit road, obviously. Starting to see some of the fog starting to lift, a better visibility, peripheral vision of the cars as they work off the Alabama Gang super stretch. By the way, as we mentioned, this is the last race of 2025, not the season, but for the year. We'll take off for a couple of weeks. Hope everybody has a holly jolly Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad.
We know Wesley is, won't
whatever
you?
You celebrate.
We know you are.
I'm a Grinch, man. Don't put that out there.
What, you got your Christmas tree
I'm
up?
mooning everybody with the snowman. You see the tree with it? He's mooning everybody. The snowman.
He's smiling there, and he's got the Christmas tree up with the snowman on top. As you're going to see the driver send down the pit road.
I don't know where the hell you got that picture. I don't know where you got that picture at.
I had the Grinch sneak into your house there and take a photo of it and send it to me. So, actually, Wesley,
should be Christmas. I think I should do Christmas cards. Don't you see this? You see the ceiling fan taking out the tree?
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, Wesley, those other drivers that did come down to lap 21 are coming down again. The likes of Kevin Edwards now stayed out. Raul Mesa, Brandon New, and Brett Scanlon, because Brett Scanlon, remember, I had that early moment as well. So that's just going to put a new race there. But I'm surprised that those other drivers that did go down early on that lap 21 did come back down again. So,
wow.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I don't know if you want to grab our, while we're under a caution, our man from the cheese state, of course, Mr. Ryan Johnson, that won the stage win. And on top of it, Wesley, don't forget, he doesn't need to win this race. He already has a padlock in it, and he's actually leading the point standings. But, of course, one thing Ryan Johnson can do by potentially winning the race as well, too, Wesley, is that he could deny any other driver from getting a padlock if they don't have one to get themselves locked into the playoffs.
Ryan Johnson right now for Blue Lights Racing, looking good. We're going to bring him into the booth real quickly, get his thoughts on winning another stage, another win, a multi-time winner this year. Ryan Johnson, looking good, man. Your take of stage one, sir. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. This is a lot different than what I was expecting. So far, it seems nobody can really generate runs. The outside line doesn't seem to be working at all, which I think we're going to have to try it here. Me and a couple teammates here. I know a bunch of us are lined up, so we felt good up front there, but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen from here on out. Hopefully, we can make it a little more racy, because honestly, it was a little boring at that first long run. So hopefully, we get some better racing here.
Hey, I'm wondering if this is the smart strategy, though, right, Johnson? I mean, we don't want to have a wreck fest. God knows we've had a lot of races full of cautions on the Cup level as well as on the NASRA truck side of things. But obviously, two cautions in the opening 25 laps of stage one for a spin, a single car accident, but then obviously the one at the end of the stage. So I actually count this as one yellow flag in the race so far.
Yeah, it's a big improvement from a lot of the other races so far this season. It's just, I mean, I'd prefer it if we had it at smaller tracks where what you do matters a little more for you. Here you're going to need a lot of help so far, and yeah, I'm a little scared but a little excited to try and see what we can do working our way back up.
Dean, you got anything for our cheesehead?
No, I want to ask you about the why the drivers aren't getting that second line form there to try to do some attacking, but I think you already answered the question on that one, Ryan, so we'll see how that pans out with the fog and the track conditions itself to drive. I mean, you'd have to say it's okay, isn't it? Not too bad. It's not too hot, not too cold.
No, so far, I mean, towards the end of that first run, it started getting a little light, a little slippery entering the corner, but that could have been the fuel burning off or getting light on fuel. So overall, the car seems pretty planted. We also didn't take tires that first run, so we'll see what it does throughout this run.
Hey, what's the Christmas snack for the house? Is it cheese curds? Is it poutine? Brian, what's it going to be for the holidays, man?
Normally it's the homemade Christmas cookies that our families do.
There you go. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, sugar. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, guys.
Sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. Think you know that song,
No,
Christmas
I don't know
Cookies,
that song.
George
I have
Strait?
no idea what you're saying. And Matthew Cummings out there says, "Hey, Mrs. Blockbuster, could this be a blockbuster of a stage 2, or perhaps a blockbuster of a stage 3? Stay tuned."
Let's do it. Time to break some glass, Dean. Time to break some china. Make Grandma and Grandpappy mad. Glass Mechanics Stage 2 underway here at Talladega.
You'd like to be breaking glass, don't you?
I love you breaking glass. Break some glass.
Well, if you drive one of these cars into the catch fence at 200 miles an hour, Wesley, you can probably break a couple of windscreens.
Right.
Although they're laminated, but so it's a safety thing. But windscreens have it, of course. It's like a little thin, laminate material, layer on it, so it keeps the glass together. You can just squeeze it and things like that. I won't cut you. Kevin Edwards now in the lead there on Brandon New and Thomas Aaron. Raul Mesa is the other driver that didn't come down to pit road, currently running in P4 as well too. They're Christmas Grinch.
Right now, Edwards, remember, Kevin Edwards up in front. Ruthless Racing, the Daytona winner. Last time we ran a Superspeedway with this series was Daytona to start the year. So it's been a while. He won that event. Randy Nichols, two-time winner. He was my birthday bash winner. Remember, Dean, on a Wednesday night at Phoenix?
Yeah, you see how
Nichols trying to find a line as he gets behind the 5.
Wow.
Oh! Here we go.
Wide.
We wondered where they were going to scatter. Here we go. 3 and 4 wide at the tri-oval. And start finish. Clapper's the monkey in the middle. Owl and Stick.
Yeah, this is kind of what we wanted to see a little bit, but these are drivers getting used to this at the moment, aren't they? Not many of them are liking that second lane or that third lane even, but that's the situation it is. They're kind of committed to that at this point, unless you could find a gap down on the inside line. That's where they're at. I did like the old throwback American Airlines delivery as well too. I think that's from Clapper, isn't it? You can't. One thing about that, you can't miss it. In these cloudy, foggy conditions here at the moment. I'm not sure who the AA car is. Might be Schumann or something like that. I can't see. I think it might be Wesley. But anyway.
They'll work through the tri-oval, another lap on the board. Let's see how this all ensues as right now we continue to watch Edwards. Edwards down to the inside. He has New. Remember what happened to Brandon New? Brandon New actually got tagged by the 99 of Steven Lachinsky under caution. And somehow he's now moved back to second. As we watch these guys work the back straightaway. All this goes on. Stage 2. Blanchard Stone in recovery, 250 more Glass Mechanic stage 2. Right now, Edwards leading. Remember, as I mentioned, Dean, as they work through 3 and 4, those drivers that pitted earlier before the end of stage 1 we're now seeing their strengths up in the front of the pack right now leading.
Yeah, exactly. And Wesley, look at this. Look at how much movement there is. Look at that. That's the side air, I'd have to say, that they're getting from this first snake of cars up the inside line there. That's why you can see Brian Chu right now, who's the 51 on the outside line there. He's struggling at the moment. Just a lot of movement. 58 behind him's moving. There you go. So we've got a caution. I think it's back here in the Cody Knott period. Oh, unfortunately, it might have been around Cody Knott. He's dropped back a bit here. So, but you look at that movement. They're just struggling in the air there, Wesley. Like they're not getting a great deal of momentum. So I was hoping we were going to get a little bit more green flag running to see how that was going to pan out. But unfortunately, we'll re-rack and re-stack them and see what happened, unfortunately, to
the
Boston.
The Pulse Poppers Interstate Batteries, number 26. Let's watch and see what happened.
There.
Oh, boy, Matt Cherry behind the back of Burleson. Burleson tags Albright, and then around goes Cody Knott as well.
Yeah, and Chase Albright.
Yeah, Chase Albright and Cody Knott, both of those cars going around in just a domino effect, if you will, on the inside. Watch this again. There's Burleson. Tags the 49.
Yep.
There it goes. And then nowhere to go for these other guys to just check up. And around goes the other cars, as we just mentioned.
How is that actually a team for the 49, for the car 49? For the North, isn't it? For one of the sponsors at the moment as well.
One of the 49 North Collision entries, yes, sir. Yeah.
And the number 49, perfect. So
popping out for the third time. Watch this again.
Yeah.
So you see the effect there, right? Because you see the 47 in front of the 49. Albright got tagged, and then the 26 goes around. Watch this again. Just kind of a stacked up domino effect on the inside. Watch it one more time. There's the 47. Albright's behind him. Stack up there. Burleson turns the 49. cherry turns the 26.
Yep.
All this happened down on the bottom of the racetrack and caused that domino caution there, if you will. I don't think the cars are badly damaged. They should be able to continue.
I think so as well. You might be right on that one. That's just a self-spin. They kept it out of the fence on that one. In fact, come and think about Josh, Officer Sus. Here he is. He didn't fix it. He didn't fix it. So is it
No,
enough?
he did not.
He
Wow.
would get the lucky dog, I think, so we'll get to go back around. Will he at the moment? I'm not quite sure. But we have a couple of drivers that are heading into pit road. So that's interesting. Maybe we can get a chance to actually chat to Officer Sus soon, my friend, about that. But so here we go.
Let's bring in Officer Sus and get his thoughts on the subject as well. We'll bring him in, part of Blue Lights Racing also. And what a team of drivers on the Blue Lights Racing team for Joshua Sus. Hey, Joshua, it's the broadcast booth. Badly damaged car, but still going? Are you trying to get to the end of stage 2 before you try to get a hood back on it or something?
Yeah, I think we could still have about 4.5 minutes of damage, but we're on the lead lap again, so if they keep getting a little squirrely, I can hopefully fix it. But the track just seems, the update messed with these cars, and it seems to be if you're not just running a train on the inside lane, then you're just hung out to dry, so we'll see what we can get done.
How's it feeling in these conditions? Like, how is your car feeling, even maybe with a lot more or less downforce at the front?
My car feels horrible.
I could see it sort of shaking around a little bit with the front camera there. I was just trying to have a look at your steering wheel as you're heading into pit road just to chip out some of those repairs. You think you're going to get yourself back onto that lead lap there and get back into this race?
I actually just got the lucky dog, so I am back on the lead lap.
There you go.
I might intentionally go down one here, but I don't think I can because I think they're 1 to green. But I got 3.5 minutes left, so I think one more caution should be good.
All right. Well, Josh, obviously. Hey, before we let you go, let everybody know about the Progressive Engineering Endurance Series. It's one of our newest series of NASRA, bi-weekly, beginning January the 20th, 2026, sir.
Yes, it is going to be GT3. It's a low buy-in. If you guys are interested, just reach out. GT3, if we can get at least 40 full-time drivers signed up, then we can consider either doing a split in in either 2 splits of GT3, or we can do a multi-class. But for right now, it's just going to be all one GT3, depending on the entries, and it's going to be a blast. Hopefully, it's just going to be a fun little league, and hopefully we don't have any problems.
I'd like to see, because I noticed too in a supercars race that we did the other day, we had GT3 as a safety car, and it was doing laps in the practice session. It was it was right on pace with the supercars actually, so it'd be interesting to see how that pan out. They were even talking about that. Wouldn't it be fun to do an event where you had the GT3s, the supercars, and maybe the LMPs, one of the LMP3s maybe, or something evenly paced around that. Is interesting as well too to throw that, but different.
Yeah,
cars.
and I did make an announcement that for how many splits or classes we have in the league, I will sponsor 1 team per split or class to run in our 6 hours of Le Mans.
Oh wow!
Fantastic.
Are you seeing quite a response or if you will, do you feel like this is something that maybe NASRA's needed to have, endurance racing? Do you feel like this could be something big for the future for NASRA, Josh?
Because we have some road course kings in this league. I'm still trying to fight with them to sign up, but I think we have a good chance of not only having a different variety, but I do think that this league has a good chance of bringing in a multinational, like international series. We already have Octavio from Argentina. He's trying to bring a couple more of his friends.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully, if I can get some Australians or some English guys, that'd be cool.
All right, buddy, but we'll let you go. Thank you for your time, Joshua. We appreciate it. Prosper Engineering Endurance starts January the 20th. We'll see what Suss does as we go back to breaking more glass. Glass Mechanic, Stage 2, back underway here at Talladega. We need to pause also for station identification. I can't believe I'm saying it again. We are at the top of the hour, but we've got a caution. Trouble, bottom of turn 2. Couple of cars have gone around. One's Jonathan Cofield. War Eagle, the Mumford, Alabama driver, the 58 spins. If we are under yellow, we pause for network identification.
T Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
As the fog is still embellished on the back straightaway, we did see Rodriguez get a piece of it of the 6 car, and the 51 might have helped turn Cofield. Brian Chu in the FedEx 51 Chevrolet gets into Cofield. Nowhere to go for Rodriguez, and we're under the caution again, Dean.
Yeah, there it is. They were just getting a little loosey-goosey, weren't they, with the side drafts as they're trying to build their way up to full speed after we got back into green flag racing, and that's the situation as you saw. It's just a couple of cars getting into each other, but no big one, thankfully, but it did drop Cofield down because he was running quite up the front at that point, but bit of work to do for Cofield. But if anybody can do it, Cofield can get his way back up to the front of the field. We did see that before, didn't we, from Brandon New? He had that spin early in the race, and he's currently running in P4, so still plenty of time on the cards there, but that's a little bit unfortunate, as you said, for the War Eagle.
Yeah, what a tough break there for him. As caution out over the speedway yet again. This will let us step away, and obviously we decide, will anybody come down to the pit lane? I don't think we will see anybody pit. Nonetheless, we're heading towards the midway point of stage 2. That takes us to lap 60. We're at lap 40. We're back in a moment.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at Talladega, as we are nearing the final 20 laps of stage number 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. I want to hear glass break, Dean. I want to hear it. Let me hear it in my headset. I want to hear glass breaking.
I just broke it.
I want to break more glass. I want you to act like you knock over a china cabinet. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, jeez.
Dean, what did you do?
Who's trying
Double Vegemite sandwiches from Mama. And I broke that, and I smashed that, and I threw out the cat out the window.
My China girl.
Yes. Yes. And when I get excited, yeah. She says, "Oh baby, just you shut your mouth."
You know that was filmed in my city here in Brisbane. Yeah.
Oh
Brisbane.
really?
Yeah, David Bowie lived in Australia for some time.
So China Girl, it sounds like it's a Chinese song, right?
Yeah,
you know,
it's that kind of thing. Yep, yeah. That's the idea, right?
Right, and it's filmed in Australia. What kind of shit? What is that? Like, seriously?
He was living in Australia at the time, so I guess they'd elected to do the film clip here.
I got you.
This is before he was a big superstar as well, too. Remember, so it was a little bit more low budget.
And when I get
it's not like he got a Taylor
excited.
Swift budget to.
It's a really good song, though, right? Forget that clown. Forget that. How dare you compare?
Well, Madonna.
Okay, that's a little bit better. I like Madonna. Yeah, I can't stand Taylor Swift. She's the devil, dude. That's the devil of the world. Okay.
The devil.
She is, seriously.
We're going to get sued by Taylor Swift's recording studio now.
I don't care. I'll pay for my damn lawyer fees. I could care less.
You know how much
it's not against the law to not have a difference of opinion of what you think of somebody.
Millions, yeah. So, well, we're back.
Exactly.
Kevin Edwards now. So we're seeing a few more pit stops. We'll show that up on the graphic as well, too, there, Wesley.
I mean, I've seen some guys pit, but I didn't see, like, the front runners come down to the pit lane. I really didn't. So
lap 21 or lap 27 is generally when those cautions that we had. So lap 21 was the caution before the lap 27. Lap 27 was the end of stage 1 that they came down to pit road. And then some of these other drivers now come down on this lap 35 situation. So a lap, sorry, that was the caution before that. Lap 40 is what we're on currently at the moment. So that's the situation. Once again, just splashing it up. Looking like some of the drivers were just taking fuel. I wish I had my new overlay as well too that I was working on there, Wesley, that we had on the Monday nights that shows you if they took tyres or not, or if they just took fuel and the repets. But we'll have that in the new year, perhaps, because this is the last race of the NASRA Cup Series.
For the Cup Series, yes, for 2025. We will have one more race on Monday, and I'm sorry, my apologies. We'll have one more race on Friday, and I'll actually be in the booth for that to call that race for Jacob Reeves. I'll be on the call for that on Sunday. I have basketball broadcast obligations, and as soon as I finish with basketball, I'll be calling the race for my buddy, the Redneck announcer. That'll be this Friday night, C.O.P.S Truck Series, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. But that will be the final races until the King of Daytona, the NASRA 500 King of Daytona, as we've got to settle Stage 2. Under 20 remaining, Glass Mechanics Stage 2, back at it again here at Talladega, the Blanchard towing 250.
Oh, there we go.
And we got a big wreck. Clapper and others crashing on the restart. Could not even get 200 yards from the flag stand, and we are crashing. Yellow flag out again. Justin Clapper does not look happy.
No, sir.
And Cody Knott is crashed as well. There's Cody Knott. Here's a replay presented by Pulse Poppers. They're back racing again, and they're back crashing again.
Oh,
look at that.
I think it's the wheel spin, isn't it? The Clapper. Whoa.
Wow. I can't. Did he lost it on his own?
It looked like it too, didn't it? Yeah. It didn't look like there was.
Yeah, let's look at it again. I'm just wondering if he lost it on his own. I know Adam Newton was behind him. There's Adam Newton in the 4. There's Clapper.
Yeah, see, nobody around him. I think he's just hit the
Mania Club Chevrolet, and nowhere for Cody Knott to go. Wow, Cofield just had a glancing blow as well at 58.
Pretty damaged at the front too. It's going to be pretty hard to see in the front. Yeah, that's a totally busted
unbelievable
front tire on that 63 car at the moment. He's had to tow back in the pit road, but once again, we'll take a look at it.
Watch again, the 4 of Newton, but he's got plenty of space. Nichols in front of him. Wow, let's bring Clapper in here.
Yeah.
I wonder if he could kind of tell us his take of what happened, because it looked like the car just shot hard right, like just out of nowhere. Like, wow.
Yeah, if you look at the revs too, when he did that, it was like a Well, obviously, we'll talk to him about that.
Let's check in with the Mid-Pack Motorsports driver and get his take on it. Always great catching up with Justin Clapper, except under these circumstances. This is On Board with Cody Knott after Clapper lost it. Justin, you're in the broadcast booth, man. What happened? Did something break? Did the right front go down, tire go down? What happened to the 63?
I honestly wish I had an answer for you. I'm sitting here staring at a shifter in the third gear slot, and I just decided to use the first. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed right now. I'm honestly just sitting here in shock for the last 30 seconds of how that even happened.
Yeah, we're
watching
looking
the
at
replay, and I saw that the light cut on the dash.
Yeah, you can see that.
The RPMs were up, and then they shot down. Like it looked like it locked at 8,000. What could describe that, Justin?
Well, like I said, I shifted it into third, but iRacing registered first gear. So basically, it shifted from second to first. Yeah, I'm literally looking at my shifter right now. It's in the third gear slot, and I couldn't tell you. It just a glitch, unfortunately, in the sim, I guess, and what my shifter registered to the PC decided to register first gear instead of third gear. Here I am sitting here looking like an idiot. So,
how much time will it take to fix your car? Are you out of this thing, Justin?
She's done.
Oh man. Well, bro, have a great Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you for the King of Daytona in January, sir.
Yes, sir. Same to you guys, man. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that.
A tough break for Justin Clapper. He is out for mid-pack. We are stepping away. More pit stops continue. Less than 15 to go at Talladega. We're back after the break. Stand by.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Still a long way to go here at Talladega. Glad that you're joining us for coverage of the NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors Cup Series and the Blanchard's Towing and Recovery 250. I'm Wesley Outland. Bigglestein hopped it alongside. We're not done yet. We're closing in on the halfway mark with about 125 miles complete. But Dean, we have had a more plethora of yellows in this second stage than we've had the entire night. About to wrap up our fifth caution presented by Serve Pro today.
Yes, Wesley, and I've just got some news as well too from Cody Knott. That was an unfortunate victim of that situation. Is out as well, so his race is done. Too many repairs to do for Cody Knott. So perhaps we'll speak to Cody as well soon if we get another caution there, Wesley, about or even if Cody wants to come over chinwag to us during the race as well too, and he can tell us about some exciting NASRA news.
Yes, Cody, come in. Yes, Cody, come and join us. Yes, because we literally have a race on Friday, and then we're off until obviously the NASRA 500 King of Daytona, and that'll be, of course, coming up this in January. We're all taking a couple of weeks off, need a little reset. Hope you plan to join us as we'll get ready to come back for green. Still ready to settle it here in stage number 2. Less than 15 remaining. As now, Thomas Aaron in the 93 has the opportunity to bring the cavalry back to green. Glass Mechanics stage 2, we're back underway. Man, when I see the Western Auto number 17 of Trevor Williams. I think of Jaws, Darrell Waltrip.
Who? I don't know what you're talking about there, Wesley.
Darrell Waltrip was very famous for driving the Western Auto Parts number 17 car. Looks just like that car down the back straightaway in second right now.
All right.
Darrell Waltrip.
Learn something new. Let's see if they get the second line going here at the moment, because we know it's been proven to be a little bit tricky. Randy Nichols going to give a shot again. So here he is up here at the front. I wanted to see whether or not we're going to start seeing that car waving and moving all around it. We were kind of seeing before we had some green flag running and then we got a caution. So far so good, but they're still not up to full speed yet, Wesley. But you see some of the side draft and the car starts to get loosey. But at the moment, it's not too bad there. See that little wiggle right there? And you can imagine, I want to keep an eye on the steering wheel here as well. And Randy, we also got Randy's cam. We'll see. He'd be ultimately trying to keep that steering wheel as smooth as possible. You don't want to be moving around too much because then the car's going to be like... I don't know if you've ever driven with a trailer towed on the back of a car before, Wesley, but you get up.
Yeah.
They can start to wiggle around a little bit with the wind drafts and stuff like that. Whoa! There we go.
Oh, Nichols going around, turning into the pack. And it's the big one.
Wow.
Cars are up and over.
Whoa.
Flipping upside down, the 37. Brandon Broadfoot, 37 up and over. Big trouble. Turn 3, Talladega. The big one has just happened.
Huge. We're kind of wondering about the big one. There's a couple of blown up.
That was Raw Meza, by the way. That was Raw Meza, by the way. That was airborne.
Wow.
Unbelievable. We'll have to dissect this. Big trouble on this go around. Look at that. It's Raw Meza's car. The all-time starter of NASRA, by the way. Career start number 479 tonight. Has gone up into a disaster. Heading to the end of stage 2. Watch this. Back bump draft. Watch it again. Williams on the high side. Contacts made. Around goes the 54. That's Drew Ballesteros. Down goes also the car of Nichols. Adam Newton spinning and grinning. And then we've got big trouble from there. Brandon Schumann, Brandon Broadfoot, Raw Meza, some of the cars that were airborne. Watch this again.
This is the second pack as well. It's going to come in a second. What are you going to see? Those cars. Look at that.
Wow.
That was
That was not Brandon Broadfoot. No. My apologies. That was Raw Meza, and that was the machine of Brandon Schumann that were flying through the air. The 52 and the 37. We're going to go on board with them in a moment.
What's happening up the road there? This is just from race controls. The 37, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Brandon Schumann and Raw Meza 37 that are airborne. Yeah, the 52 and the 37. Let's go on board with Schumann, and then Meza. Watch this, and hold on tight. Take a listen.
Bang. But he gets hit from behind, doesn't he? I haven't seen flips like that in a long time. Wesley? 37.
Let's go on board with Raw Meza.
Yeah, I just want to go back and have a look at this.
Yeah, let's watch Raw Meza's Chico, California driver, the 37 American Airlines. There's something special in the air, pardon the pun.
Talking about lifting off, isn't it?
Wow. Wow. There's Schumann, there's Raw Meza in unison, flipping over violently. We're going to go on board with Raw Meza in 37 in just a moment. Probably one of the wildest crashes we've seen in a while for NASRA at Talladega. Take a listen. Watch on board with Raw Meza. Man.
I wouldn't even count how many flips are out here. Wow. That's probably close to the all-time.
Has to be over 20. Has to be over 20. Let's look from another angle, and we'll count it together. Everybody, let's count this together like Count Dracula of NASRA.
What? One flip.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Topples count as well. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Wow.
I said 20. 20 flips, 20 revolutions, end over end for Raw Meza and the 37. And somehow, Dean, the car drove away.
Yeah, still going. We got Cody Knott as well, too, on the road. Cody Knott's been at the end of these big accidents before, or an accident. Look at this. Dean somehow tried to get his way through.
Cody is vice president of NASRA. That's probably one of the wildest crashes we've seen in NASRA, much less Talladega, in a long time, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be with the weight of these cars. They're very, very heavy, and this is a very high banks track. That was actually fun to watch. It looked like something out of the old days, or like the, what was it, the Tyler Reddick or Ryan Preece flip at Daytona a couple years ago.
Yes.
Wild.
Adam Newton and others, horrible to watch this one. Most important thing, everybody, it's simulation. All they got to do is hit the escape button and start over.
My thing is, though, Wes, is after he's done flipping, he drives the car away.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
So, Cody, it all starts up here with, we're on board with Randy here, and you'll see what happens up here in a second. So, there it is.
Nichols and Williams, and then Randy Nichols. Yeah. Drew Ballesteros, my apologies. Drew Ballesteros at 54. He got tagged alongside Williams and Randy Nichols, and then hold on from there. Wow, Adam Newton spinning. What a year he's had on the Monday series.
Not get tagged then on the car.
And what's going on behind them is a totally different story. Hey, you know, Cody, it's one of those things about Daytona or Talladega. It's not a matter of what's going on in front of you or if you're the cause of the accident. It's a matter of what the checkup is. It's everybody stacking up and trying to avoid it, and sometimes that makes it even worse.
Yeah, this is it's definitely a challenging package. These cars, I don't know if they need to do some updating or whatever, but they don't suck up worth a damn. You really got to stay on the throttle and just drag the brake in order to avoid any checkups. As you saw earlier in the race, that was a product of one of the checkups, and they got spun around. And then restarts, everyone's got to be mindful. I ended my race on a restart, but it's all right. It happens. I couldn't see him. Is what it is. But yeah, this package is definitely not easy for these cars.
Cody, don't go anywhere. Hold that thought. We're going to come back to the line with under 10 remaining. 10 remaining now. United Rentals restart zone. Field will get back up to speed. Remember, it takes about a lap for these cars to get to full song here at the Superspeedway at Talladega. And we're under 10, or we're at 10 remaining in Glass Mechanics stage number 2. With that said, though, Cody, man, we're coming off of an exciting King of Talladega, and we've got the NASRA 500 King of Daytona coming up. First race of 2026, January 4th through the 10th. Tell our audience about it on behalf of you and Brady LaBeouf.
Oh yeah, so we're planning on hosting these events that are like 3 times a year. We're going to do beginning of the year, summer, and then towards the end of the year. We might need to work on our spacing out a little bit since we have November and then we're rocking in January, which is quite sudden, quite early, but we are still getting signups in. We're advertising, a lot of hype around it. I think people are just excited for these big money events. We get people asking if we can do more than just the 3, but I don't think they know that we run the full-time series, so it gets even harder to do events like that with running 3 other series pretty soon to be 4 with the road racing. So we just do what we can, but I definitely am not concerned with any of the numbers. They'll all come pouring in before we even know it.
The last minute.
Yeah, just like we always do, it'll come pouring in at the last minute. So, but we'll be good. Excited. Sponsorship still available. We actually already have a main sponsor. The title sponsor's gone. But yeah, we look forward to it. We're definitely going to organize these things here coming up soon. We're going to see who the king is.
Oh, Anthony's
Western Auto
around.
17 as we got a trouble Anthony Harding around. Mr. Mustache on the binders of the John Deere green car. Looks like a lookalike of Chad Little back in the day. He'll now get back rolling, but he's way off the pace at the back of the pack and will stay green with under 10 remaining, 8 remaining now with Williams, Nichols, and Aaron in tow, 1, 2, and through in 3 on the back straightaway. Now I got to ask you this question, Cody, and I guess this was before my time or I didn't work it down. You guys used to have a race called the King of Daytona. We brought back, or we had the inaugural Great American Sim Race, the NASRA 500 for Daytona. Why bringing now the name King of Daytona, and that will be pretty much what will be the crown jewel for the big 500 Daytona race now in January, February, mind you, for iRacing?
Oh yeah, so we did King of Daytona pretty much almost right after the conception of this broadcast channel. I was actually one that produced it. And we had that idea because a lot of people enjoyed our super speedways that we hosted. And we wanted to see who would be the best on top, so we decided to name it King of Daytona. And then we always had a plan to do a King of Talladega. I actually have a logo that's roughly 3 years old now that I had made back when we originally planned to do King of Talladega. And then what made us decide to go ahead and just rebrand the Great American Sim Race that we had last time was we wanted to be unique. And we ran into some trouble last year with quite a few events being hosted that was being called Yada Yada 500 Great American Sim Race. So we wanted it to be the only identifier out there with the NASRA 500 being the main brand of it, because it's going to be signifying a 500-mile race. And then we're going to subtitle it basically King of Daytona or King of Talladega. And that's what we're going to do. You'll probably see the summer times would probably be revolving around the Coke 600. Don't quote me. I can't say that's confirmed. That's what we did this past year, or during the summertime we did the Coke 600. So we'll probably have a play on with that with some word for King. We're going to keep it probably like that just so we can keep that unique brand that we've got going on.
Well, right now we are watching all of these drivers working back around the racetrack with Williams in the lead. All of this now going on with 5 remaining. So there you go. Get signed up, Dean, if you want to throw the flyer up on the screen real quick. There it is. And to add more to that, Cody, qualifiers 1 to 15 this year, not 9 qualifying races. Why add on 6 more? And obviously, I know the conversation was to allow less of a pack for the qualifying races as well.
Yeah, so the goal is we're going to make the field smaller per race. And the reason being is because we saw a lot of chaos with guys that were already locked in, but they wanted to better their chances. And you got that more of aggression from those that felt like they weren't making it. So we were giving them more opportunities this time around with smaller fields so we can reduce the amount of cautions that we see. Because we really saw at the King of Talladega, a lot of folks complained about how our qualifiers were more of a wreck fest than an actual qualifier. So we wanted to eliminate the potential for chaos. So we shortened the field, but we gave everyone more opportunities to make it.
Go. So that'll give the opportunity, obviously, Dean, for more drivers to have a chance to not only be able to race in qualifiers, but obviously with the buybacks, but in addition to that, not have 40-car packs and possibly, pollute. I don't want to say pollute, but obviously delay the server, cause issues, things like that. And I think it'll make it also even Steven, if you will, if let these guys duke it out. Cody, thanks for your time, man. We appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And we look forward to seeing you again in 2026, sir. Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'll see you on Friday. You're going to be there because I need you there. But yeah.
Yes, I'll be there Friday. Yes.
Happy holidays to you guys. My son turns 2 this year on Christmas Day when he was born.
Wow.
So yeah, he's a Christmas baby. So definitely going to be a great holiday. His birthday is this weekend, and then we roll right into Christmas. So happy holidays, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'll be lingering, so if you need me, just shoot me a message.
There you go. Thoughts of Mr. Cody Don on behalf of Brady LaBeouf, Cody Don, and everybody behind NASRA. They wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as we got to settle this one here for the final one of 2025. 2 laps remaining, Dean. And it's getting antsy as they go into turn. Kyle in the wall. Brandon New and Cofield. They turned each other. Knocked it out. Cofield's crashing and they're still crashing.
Takes the 11 out by accident as well, too. Andrew Orlowski gets absolutely hammered. Nothing Cofield could do. Tried to stop the car there, but yeah, I was wondering, they're getting very loosey-goosey because they're up there trying to get that extra lane going at the moment, just to try anything. So they're leaning on each other because it just wasn't working to go out by yourself there, Wesley. And they were starting to get loose everywhere. There's also a lap car coming into play as well, too, but I don't know if it comes too much into the situation here. So there's right on the back there, you see that the 58 and the 38. There's a tap from the 2. That gets a little.
Brandon New. There's a right rear hook right there. Oh man.
Exactly. And of course you watch this. Colefield's on the brake anchors. Well, lets it roll down. There's the 11 that just goes plowing into of Andrew, and that's a situation that Cody.
Holy cow! Walzewski went flying through the air, and this should probably end stage number 2 as well.
Yeah, see, he
probably
comes
in
up,
the stage under
I'm
caution.
not sure
Look at that.
if Caulfield was aware that he was clear at that point. So it does start with this lap car. See the lap car up on the inside, right? So you got to understand, Caulfield wouldn't see too much at all from his perspective of the car, right? Especially on the close bumper like that. So there's the movement. They're trying to clear this lap car, and he's trying to get up behind the driver who was in there, but didn't realize that the number 2's there. That's the situation that panned out there. So it wasn't clear enough, and then bang, you're going to see that 11 in a second just absolutely get hammered. And that's unfortunately Andrew. And we'll have a look from Andrew's perspective at the moment, Orlowski. So he's just cruising along here. Second pack as well. So, of course, when the driver is going to see a little bit more than that, he's not going to have that little roll bar in the way. He's just going to see this car go there, and he's going to go on the inside apron to avoid it. Try to clear, but no, he gets tagged. Flipping.
Oh boy, they're looking at it again.
And we're seeing some pit stops at the moment there. So is that going to be the end of the stage break or not? I think it will.
I got a feeling it will be. I mean, they're coming to the line. This would be lap number 60. This would be the final lap, if you will, of stage number 2. And we're seeing guys pit, so I got a feeling this will be the end of the stage. And Randy Nichols will hold on and survive the chaos and mayhem of stage number 2. Oh, boy, we'll get his thoughts here in just a moment. Let's check in with the Bearded Wonder. Class Mechanic Stage 2 in the books. So let's grab him right now. Our buddy out of Texas, Randy Nichols. Randy, you look like Santa Claus without the white beard, man. You ready for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm ready for Christmas. Ready to get it over with.
Yeah, ain't nobody in my family getting nothing this year. They even get gift cards. We ain't doing no Christmas, no nothing this year. We're just going to have dinner and eat. That's it.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes the most simplest holiday celebrations is probably the best. So
exactly right. Hey, crazy, chaotic stage number 2. Surviving to win the stage has got to be a blessing, isn't it, in itself?
It really is. I honestly thought that this was probably going to be an incredibly boring race. I don't know what they did to these cars. It's boring to drive. I thought it was going to be single file the entire time, but luckily the second stage was pretty eventful, and I'm glad I survived the carnage in turn 3. So we'll see what happens here in this last stage.
Yeah, doing really, really good. I obviously, man, can we talk about the big one that somehow you got through and watching those cars flying through the air of Meza and oh boy, Schumann. I mean, that was some crazy moments there that happened right where you were at. That's where the big break got started, but somehow you were able to stay to the inside of the apron and avoid it.
Well, actually, it's because I got caught up in that wreck right there. So, yeah, I actually went to the inside of Drew, and I guess he didn't realize I was down there, and it kind of came together, and then everything just kind of happened behind us. I didn't really know who was flying through the air or anything, but it sounds like it was pretty cool to watch.
So listen, I got one more question to ask you before we go to a network timeout. Blockbuster Video, the nostalgia of that car and that logo. What come to the idea of putting Blockbuster Video on the car?
Truth be told, Joshua Suss didn't complete my my Centos scheme for this car, so I had to scramble to find something, and I was like, the Blockbuster car looks pretty good, so I figured, why the hell not? It's blast from the past. It's all the good feelings of Friday nights. Your parents take you to Blockbuster Video. They let you pick out a video game and a movie, and it was good times.
Be kind, please rewind. Randy, good luck the rest of the way, buddy. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
There you go. We're going to take a break real quickly. When we come back, the third and final stage, under 40 to go at Talladega. Next.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
The field will work their way back into the tri-oval. Stage number 3 is back to green. It is go time to settle it here for the NASRA Cup Series presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors. And right now, Ryan Johnston, stage 1 winner, pole driver right back in front as they work into turn 1 and 2 over Chew and Holmes.
A lot of these drivers at the moment, there, Wesley, the top 3 here, they haven't been down the pit lane since lap 35, 40, and 35 between Johnson, Chew, and Holmes. So that's interesting. But a lot of these other drivers behind them at the moment all went down to lap 60. Apart from Jeffrey Johnson, who's down to lap 40, and he's running in P5. So let's see how they're going to handle out these tyres. Some of those drivers did take tyres. Some drivers did not take tyres.
Put yourself in position and stay focused. This is that third and final stage where if you were holding back, saving something, it is time to unveil it. But maybe just not yet, Dean. I think you got to wait till about 20, 25 to go. And then you start to power to the front. 37 remaining. There's still a good amount of racing left to go here at Talladega.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got some time to get up there. And how's that for Joshua Suss as well, too, as we spoke to him? He's back in it. He's running here currently at the moment, P6. He has gone down on lap 60. He took some fuel, no doubt on that one. Didn't take any tyres, but he's back at it. This is the reason why you can never give up on that, especially have moments early in the race there, Wesley. So that's the situation with himself. Ryan Johnson back in the lead of it is our stage 1 winner, already locked into the playoffs as well too. But once again, I think like anything, drivers just want to win a race. That's what they're used to, and certainly Ryan Johnson's used to winning races in the past. And also, once again, denying other competitors a chance at getting themselves locked in, so they don't have to rely purely on playoff points. That's what you can do.
You're exactly right. You're right. You're exactly right. We'll see how they handle it right now. They work back.
You take everything.
Mine, crash. Johnson and Chew and Holmes, Williams, Johnson, Tuss, Aaron, Broadfoot, Burleson, Scanlon, all in the top 10. You're on board with the man that you can't see.
Is he in the chair? Like,
That's
you know,
did
you ever watch Inspector
He's in the
Gadget?
chair. That's like the side view.
Did you ever see the Inspector Gadget cartoon series?
The Gadget monitor.
Yeah. Remember you never see the boss? He was always in the chair, but you never see his face. You'd only see his hand out the side, and that's like breaking.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
That's get the claw. He has the claw, right? Brandon Brophy gets the claw that comes
Inspector Gadget. I'll get you next time.
He's up in the fence there.
The wall's about to get somebody.
Yeah.
The claw. Remember that movie Toy Story, The Claw? Yeah, the wall's the claw. And somehow they missed it. Johnson now leads them through the corner, 35 to go. Dean, this fog has not lifted yet. Son of a gun. It was supposed to be gone by now.
We'll get the fog warmers out there or whatever it is up in the clouds. So that's good. It's stuck, mate. It's 20 degrees, so it's dropped 1 degree as well too. That's what I'm talking about Celsius. So it's getting a little cooler as we're getting probably to the afternoonish. I'm not even sure what time of day it is. It's here at the moment. But that's the situation. There's the second line they got happening here at the moment. As we're having a bit of a throwback day, aren't we? Blockbuster, Inspector Gadget. What else are we going to do that's like 80s? Cabbage Patch Kids.
Working now through the triangle. Here they come. Starting to catch a little view of some of these guys climbing to the front. Until we meet again. What is that? Skeletor, He-Man, and Skeletor?
Yeah, and He-Man. Yeah. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Always a piece of advice. Until we meet again. Skeletor.
Do you know that started from the toy brand first? They made the toys because most of them G.I. Joe size and stuff like that, small ones, and they made these big ones. It's all like, wow, the kids, including myself, was like, wow, these are cute. But they didn't have any backstory to it, so that they ended up like putting a little cartoon book out to include with the packaging with the toys, so that you can kind of have a story, and then the TV series followed from that. So it's kind of like just make the toy and go, we'll just come up with some storyline later on. Of course, or at least characters. So. Three wide action, 17 in the middle at the moment. That's Trevor Williams.
Yeah. I saw a little glimpse of the fog clearing just in the backstretch.
Somebody's gone around.
Whoa! Yeah, trouble! Rodriguez! Johnson around. They're spinning. Ballesteros, Newton, all on the binders. They're still crashing into the wall. That's Brandon New. Caution out, back straight away. 8th time, lap number 69.
Well, we kind of had to switch the camera over there because exactly what we were kind of thinking it was happening here at the moment. Just they're too close together there. 17, 18, 33, hits the 6.
Too close for comfort.
Yep. 4 gets involved. The 2 comes in there as well. 2 gets a side tap as well. It'll get some damage. There it is, my friend.
To a sus, by the way, the new front clip on the car is back, as we mentioned. Would it come back? It is. It's back. Oh boy,
it's Brandon New, isn't it? So Brandon New was involved there, wasn't he, at the start of the race, if I'm not mistaken. And look at this, just know where to go. Whoops, I hit the wrong button.
Have a look at it again. This is on board with Brandon New, the red number 2 car.
Boom. Gets into the back of the most magical creations. Like the tire's missing already on the 54. Did you see that?
Wow.
I've Drew Ballesteros. It's on that one side of it.
I've lost my wheel.
I lost my wheel.
You picked a fine time to leave me to lose the wheel.
I have to switch over these cameras because we can't see anything in the fog from the other one.
Look at Jeffrey Johnson flying through the air. There it is again. Watch Brandon New. The tire's going to come off here. No, my bad. That's Ballesteros. Drew Ballesteros lost the wheel.
Yeah, it comes on and off, I think, for a second.
No. Brandon New did lose a tire. Right front tire gone on the 2.
Yep.
Maybe they both lost tires.
We got all the drivers coming in pit
pop
road.
back on. Watch this again.
Everybody's coming to pit road in the live pictures at the moment, but we're just looking at the replays. So just let you know, everybody's heading down to pit road.
Hey, the tire's gone right there.
Yeah, there it is.
On the 54. Now it's back, and then there goes Brandon New's tire coming off of the right front.
How do you see that? I didn't see that tire. Oh. I don't see that very often, actually, coming off the car completely. That tire's having a really good time. Boom, boom, boom.
Pardon the pun. A wheelie good time.
So they've all come down to pit road, essentially, Wesley. But unfortunately, some drivers are still down in pit road because they're on the damage clock. They're trying to chip out some of those repairs at the moment. So there they are. That's a quite expensive parking lot at the moment, too, in this race, because we do see at least probably about 12 cars here. How did Ryan Johnson get tied up in that one too, Wesley? Because he's spending quite a bit of time in there. A lot of these drivers are in here for at least over a minute, Wesley.
Yeah, we're seeing drivers coming down to the pit lane for service and work.
Golfers coming in, missing.
So this 30 laps to go now.
Yeah.
Under 30 to go. Hey, by the way, don't forget, we take off for Christmas and New Year's. We come back after the new year for 2026, and it will be after the King of Daytona, the NASRA 500 at Daytona, the King of Daytona, presented by Blanchard's Towing and Recovery. And we will come back and run Indianapolis on January the 14th. So we've got about a nice, 3-week stretch, 4 weeks actually, where we will be off. There you go.
Hey, 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks. Got a month off. Got a month off. What are we going to do with ourselves on Wednesday night?
Do I have I can't have a month off. I haven't had a month off in about 10 years. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, technically it'll be 3 weeks because we still have the King of Daytona.
Yes, exactly.
But we will be off next. We'll be off next Wednesday. Obviously, that will be Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Next Wednesday's Christmas Eve, and then New Year's Eve on Wednesday the 31st. I won't be off. I'll be busy doing stuff. I am.
Yes, sir. I'll still have some. I don't think I'll have that much league broadcasting to do, so I'm not actually going to break myself.
Like I told you, January the 4th, January the 2nd through the 4th, I'll be actually doing Race in America, Racer Cable TV Network coverage of the New Year's Bash at Dillon Motor Speedway. And my plan, Dean, is to actually stay at a hotel in Dillon, South Carolina, and just try to be able to hook up with you guys and do the opening night of the King of Daytona from there.
Yes, sir.
And then get back up Monday morning and drive back home and be ready to roll for the rest. So.
And I'll be a plane.
Yeah.
I'll be in
All
a
right,
plane
we wrap
at
up
40,000 feet, so I'll have my computer set up there and we'll see how the plane internet goes.
I got you. Wow.
No way.
Fly, Pelican, fly! Lights off on the pace car. Or just go Gadget Chopper for Dean. Yeah.
I'll get you.
There you
Gadget.
go.
There it is out there, Mr. Matashio.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Thank everybody for tuning in.
Remember the cat? Remember the cat? You pet the cat? Yo.
Dr. Claw's cat. You notice that they always associate the cats with
stupid
villains?
Mike Myers and try to mimic it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cruella DeVille, the cat. Yeah.
You know, and the villain, too, with the Smurfs as well, too. If
Yeah.
he had a cat as well, too. So. But always the dogs are
See, I
always
think like a big badass dog, like you know, one of them hounds or bulldogs would be like really good to have as a villain's dog, right? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, pace car is in. Here comes the field into the restart zone. 28 laps to go, ready to settle it here at Talladega. And not done again, might I add.
Surprisingly
What's
enough.
going to happen, Dean?
Yeah,
right now, just everybody, I cannot believe the fog hasn't lifted yet. I figured it would be sunny and bright right now, and it's not.
But what's good to know is that we still have a lot of the drivers out on the track. So even though they can take a few laps down, you can see it's rapidly down. That's where the drivers are retired. So that's not too bad considering some of the big accidents that we've had here at Talladega. We do have some wounded cars out there with probably some repairs still that they would like to try to get done if there's more caution. But at this point, they got back out there and they're going to continue to muscle their way into this race with 27 to go. And we got another one. And that's Ben.
Another caution.
Edwards, maybe.
Now we got some more cars crashing up top as well, joining Ben Scanlon. 2 or 3 more up against the wall. Brandon Broadfoot, I believe, is one of them. Randy Nichols, oh my. He's the other one, the Stage 2 winner. Daytona winner, Kevin Edwards involved.
So who's
Ruthless Racing number 7. And the caution is out. Lap 74. Watch this again.
Starts around here, maybe. There.
Brandon Broadfoot. There it is, right there. Bam.
Then the rest are going to come
Broadfoot, Scanlon.
Yep.
2 Ruthless Racing cars involved. Ben Scanlon and Kevin Edwards. A couple other cars up top side slamming into one another. Wow. I think we're on board now with,
this is Broadfoot.
I believe, Broadfoot. Watch this again.
I didn't think he was clear.
Broadfoot just tried to,
yeah,
he tried to go from the top to the bottom inside and ran out of room. Is that Rodriguez involved also? It is, the number 6. Oh, boy.
And then
this damn fog.
And Randy as well.
It's so hard to see.
Yeah.
By the way, you see the car that has me on it, driven by Brandon Broadfoot? That looks like the car from Talladega Nights, Dean, if you remember.
Oh, really? I don't.
That ain't on my buddy Mike Concho himself. Shake it, bake, buddy. Shake it, bake.
And here's Randy.
Remember the Cougar?
Bang.
Remember the Cougar in the car? Remember the Cougar? Me, the Cougar?
No, I have to
because
watch it
this
again.
is you.
I can't remember.
And Ricky Bobby, you are a driver. Watch this again. Oh, look at this again. Oh, he just got slammed into me. We're at the top of the hour. We need to pause for station and network identification on CRN. Stay with us.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe,
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
to provide the music, talk, and sports you love, and to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text stop to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway. Caution out again as we are working on trying to clear up this accident.
Damn. Few damaged cars.
Boy,
down
oh
there.
boy. And here, And look, and I can't believe the fog hasn't gone away yet.
Yeah.
Don't be inappropriate, Dean. You nasty.
Hey, I'm not putting the pit boards up there. Okay, the drivers did that.
Who was the person? Who was the guilty? Who was the guilty party that did that? By the way, who was it that done that?
We are ruthless.
Yeah.
Come on, boys, get to work. What are you doing?
Ruthless.
Get to work.
Aggression.
Don't stand around. Got to fix the cars.
Oh, they're excited. They're standing around. They're happy.
Guess who's in the lead of this race?
Guess who's out in front
and beyond? It's Buzz.
It's Buzz.
25 laps to go.
It's Buzz Lightyear.
Remember, Buzz hasn't won a race before for the NASRA, has he?
The spaceship,
you're the stat
Buzz.
man. Has Buzz ever won
no,
a race?
Buzzy Mongold has never won a race in NASRA competition. Let me find the information on our buddy Buzzy Mongold. Oh boy, Buzzy Mongold trying to break through. This is his 115th career start of NASRA. He has no wins, 3 top 5s, 15 top 10s up till tonight, and he leads the way. And Dean, I'm not going to talk to him.
No, we're not going to talk to him. No,
I'm not gonna jinx him. I'm not gonna put pressure on him. I'm not gonna do that.
Same with Joshua Suss as well. What about Joshua Suss? Has Joshua Suss won a race before as well? He's running up front at the moment, and P2.
Oh, Joshua Suss. Hey, remember, he was wrecked earlier.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Joshua Suss has never won a race either. This is his 177th career start for NASRA. He has no wins, 8 top 5s, and 29 top 10s for the man out of Kansas. There you go. The more you know.
Any podiums? Said top 5s. But does that mean a second,
I
third,
just told you.
What? You said top 5.
Yeah, a top 5 and top 10, yeah.
But how many
so he's got top 5s and top
3?
10 finishes. I don't know all that. It doesn't say. It just says no wins, 8 top 5s, and 29 top 10s. Why do you got to make this harder on me?
Because you're the stat man. You're the stat man.
I'm the stat man.
Daddy.
Oh, the hell are we going to do with ourselves for the next couple of weeks,
How many
Steve?
tyre sets has Joshua Suss used over his career at NASRA?
What?
How many gallons of fuel has he used, burnt, and how many tire sets?
He retire. Don't make me retire working with you, okay? You can ask me questions like that.
We're gonna have detailed stats.
Come on, man.
There's even stats in basketball, isn't there, as to like how many times they've run down a court.
I mean, there's some, you know. But, I mean,
all right.
Let's get back to Green, please, so he'll stop interrogating me. Here we go with Mongold and Suss on the front row. Burleson, Aaron.
Can't see him.
Holmes and Johnson. Oh, they pop into view. Under 25 to go, back underway. Hey, let's do it again. Get those static cameras ready. It's time to feel the roar at Talladega as we head to the home stretch.
They're out there somewhere. They're coming from the fog into the spotlight, out of the shadows and into the spotlight down the backstretch. Here comes Thomas Aaron. Making his way around, and Tiny Horse is making his way up through the field there as well too. Joshua Suss has dropped down too.
I thought we were doing a feel the roar. I wasn't talking.
Okay, continue.
I wasn't talking. That's why I wasn't saying anything.
We can listen to him.
No, the roar of the cars. Gotta love it. Look at that. All eyes on the front row. As we continue to watch him now. Look at Suss. Oh my goodness, a little too close for comfort there on Aaron. And somehow Thomas Aaron holds on to the lead, Dean. Unbelievable.
He's off for Suss. I thought we were doing a listen to the roar of go. Got Suss there hanging in there, but Aaron has taken back the lead of this race. He just led a couple of laps here before too there, Wesley. So Paul Thomas has led 16 of those laps at the moment. He's getting most push there from Joshua Suss there. Buzzy Mongold in that P3 position, hanging in still pretty strong there with Matt Holmes there and Ryan Johnson and Brandon Broadfoot. How's that? Once again, we're seeing another car that was involved in the wreck. He's got 2 minutes of repairs. Last time he was down a pit road, he's back out there in P5.
So if you're hanging back right now, if you're hanging back, obviously the strategy is to just try to stay and put yourself in contention. Don't fall back, but be within striking distance. I think if you're with that pack right there, was that about 15 cars? I think you're in it to win it. Right there. Even if you're in the back, even if you're last place in the pack with these cars, you got a shot. 20 to go. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we go side by side, and we thank Premier Racing Setups. 20 to go, 15% off from NASRA, 15% off of your order. Mention NASRA and check out Premier Racing Setups. As we watch them file back into turn number 3 with now Thomas Aaron's on the inside. Oh boy.
They left him alone here. Look at this. They're going to catch him at a rapid rate. He's all alone at the front there.
They sure did. It's that draft.
Yeah. That's going to give Suss a big push.
Sporadic move there.
On the
Unbelievable.
Outside. Yeah, I think that might be the tiny horse that's squeezing in behind there as well too. Giving Officer Suss a push. Yes, it is. And look at that. That's to switch things around, isn't it? Push Thomas back there, currently into P4. As he's left high and dry there. You got Buzzy and Broadfoot there on the outside as well too. So is Tiny Horse there, Ryan Johnson, working together perhaps to help out Joshua Suss in his first race win?
Would that be a great Christmas present? He's able to pull it off.
This is trying to go around the outside there of Buzzy, trying to get that second line. The second line's working a little bit now. If they're working together, as we just saw, Wesley, that's how they work together. They got the overtake there on Thomas. They basically, everybody just let poor Thomas hung and dry, mate. He just had no one to back him up on that, no push. That goes to show you how powerful it is at Talladega when you don't have your mates out there. Oh, he's leaning a little bit there on Buzzy as well too. Further back at the moment, get a bit of 3-wide action, maybe even 4-wide action. Wesley, let's see if we can get green flag to the end. This will be fantastic racing, but at the moment, 18 to go to get Nancy.
Play nice. Better play nice. Still a long way to go with this one right now. They just kind of hold their line as you forementioned. Working in the corner, it's now Joshua Suss in the lead. He's never won before in NASRA. Car was wrecked, tore up, beyond repair, you would have thought. Out of this thing, he's back in it. Joshua Suss in his 177th career start, trying to win for the first time in NASRA competition. So is Thomas Aaron. So is, whoa, there's a block. Aaron up high.
Wow.
Under 20 to go. And look at Broadfoot back in the game again.
Aaron with a nice little push around the outside. That was bold and brave, isn't it? You can say the Suss came up there to try to block him, but the speed difference was too much. He had to go all around the outside. Broadfoot's now going to cover off from the inside.
Broadfoot's never won in NASRA either.
Wow.
Broadfoot's never won in NASRA. 3 drivers in the top 3 fighting for their first career NASRA win.
And what about Thomas?
Mongo, by the way. Oh, we got a car going around. Look out. Crash in the tri-oval. Ryan Johnson, the pole man. Driver of the 38 around. Stage 1 winner. Looking for career win 42. Not going to happen tonight. Caution's out.
Oh, you never say never, Wesley, but it's going to be a hard uphill battle for him now. That's for sure.
You're exactly right.
Wow.
We know how good Ryan Johnson is. We'll see what he can do. Watch this again. And there's Brian
51.
Chu.
Yeah.
Right rear, Brian Chu, Holodaddy into the cheesehead. Ryan Johnson, nowhere to go. Up into the safer barrier. His car glancing off the outside wall. Nobody in sight. Caution out. He's lucky they threw a caution, Dean, because they could have possibly kept it green. And then he really would have been in a bad predicament.
Absolutely. You can see just a little bit there. That's what drivers have been struggling a little bit here tonight, haven't it? Just try to find just a way to get clear between the drivers, and unfortunately, that next time around there, you'd have to say, no, if it was not up to us to decide what it is. We do have currently at the moment Justin White and Cody Knight. I think Cody Knight, of course, after his retirement, unfortunately, has joined Justin White, because they're probably still looking at some of that big accident that happened earlier, taking that into consideration from race control. Wesley, just still analysing some of that, looking at giving any EOL reports to me and the drivers and stuff like that. That's the situation as it is. And believe it or not, that's actually very impressive, isn't it, for Brandon Broadfoot to be back up here into P2, considering last time he was down a pit lane, he had to do 2 minutes worth of repairs, and he still managed to fight his way back in. We have a few more drivers come down to pit road. Brian Chu's going to come down now. Johnson's going to come down for those repairs. Caulfield's down there for some repairs. Andrew Olowski, Adam Newton, Rodriguez. Rodriguez has been sitting in pit road for 14 minutes now. I'm sure. T. Bruce has been in there, unfortunately, for 48 minutes. I think they might be out, just sitting in their cars at those repairs. I'm not actually even sure what happened to T. Bruce earlier in that one. He must have got involved in one of those accidents, isn't it, to have that much about repairs?
And we're not done yet as drivers are on the pit lane. Boy, if this is going to be the final race of 2025 for the NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors Cup Series in the fog at Talladega, they're going out with a bang. Look at that. We're taking a break. Your final one, unless they crash again. Heading to the finish. Stay with us.
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Ready to settle it here in Talladega as we welcome you back to coverage of the NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors Cup Series. The Blanchard Stowing 250 here tonight at Talladega. Dean Hopton, I'm Wesley Outland. The race started actually about 20 minutes behind schedule, so obviously that's making it be a little bit later than what it usually is. But I'll tell you what, Dean, we are not done with this one, and I think the fireworks are just getting started. A lot of hungry drivers that have never won, like Aaron, Broadfoot, Mongold, Suss, Williams, Johnson, Burleson. They all want a taste of winning the NASRA up in the front right now in the top 5.
Yeah, I've always got my hand up and say I'd love to see a first-time driver win a race here for NASRA in the Cup Series as well. It would be absolutely fantastic for them. Share it out to the other drivers that have capitalized on what's been started out as a very caution-free race, of course, but then it's got a bit tricky now that the drivers start to shuffle themselves into position. You called this one, I think, at the start too, Wesley. You kind of said you're thinking that all the shenanigans we're going to start on the third stage break, and that's the situation we're seeing now.
Yeah. Actually, the second stage had a lot more cautions than what I thought we were going to have as well. But yeah, this third stage is when the rubber meets the road, right? I mean, this is the everything you need to do to try to put your car in front, race, do what you need to do, and obviously that's what we're watching. By the way, all-time winner for NASRA, in case you didn't know, multi-time truck car champion competitor, the animal Keith Bradley. He has 49 career wins. Colin Weatherholt, 46. Ryan Johnson, by the way, who crashed a moment ago, pole driver, looking for career win 42. Matthew David Wood, 35. Rhett Tucker, 34. Tied with Jeff Merck at 34. Those are just some of the drivers that are in the 30s and 40s of all-time winners. There you go. As the field gets ready to come back to the line, green flag back out, ready to settle it here in Talladega. 13 to go. Thomas Aaron drafting, going high, going low. Pick a lane, stay with it as they go into one. Williams up top. And the cover-up continues, fighting through the fog, in the clouds. Somebody's got to break through. Will it be a first-time winner?
Thinking about the byline at the moment, too. He's Buzzy on the inside. As Thomas is trying to cover off the middle, we got a third lane at the top. This is going to be very, very interesting. Buzzy in the lead at the moment, and Brad White from Joshua Suss back up into this one. Thomas, don't count him out. We've seen how much power he can get when he gets a nice little slingshot. 3 wide action at the back there. Buzzy's all the way up the front there, 13 to go.
Through the tri-oval. It'll be now 12 remaining. A dozen laps to go. Broadfoot now up in front. Look at all these guys going high, going low. Mongold's in the mix. So is Aaron. Holmes watches on. I believe Holmes is the only accurate winner in the top 5 right now. He won before. No, I'm sorry. No. That was Rogan. My apologies. Hogan. That was Hogan. Monday Night Series. Holmes has never won either. All these guys fight for their first taste of victory of NASRA there, Dean, coming off the board.
Absolutely. This is going to be fantastic. Let's see if the 12 to go, if we can get to go to green. Give the drivers an opportunity to shuffle themselves around for position at the moment. They're Broadfoot now in the lead there. Aaron, you got to put your money on Aaron as well, too, to possibly get himself his first victory here as well. Don't count out Buzzy there and Joshua Suff. There's JJ, Jeffrey Johnson, Chase Albright, Matt Holmes there, and Ben as well. Ben Scanlon, you'd have to say, he's done a fantastic job for fighting his way back after a damage got. And Ryan Johnson as well. He's back up in the P10. You thought he almost was counted out, but after 2 minutes of repairs, he's back out there, just hanging inside that top 10.
And that just goes to show you that if you hang, survive the chaos, even if you have some bumps and bruises, if you're in this position, if you're in this pack right now, coming down to the line with 10 laps to go, Dean Hopton, you are in it to win it. Broadfoot brings them to the line. 10 to go at Talladega.
Look at that, Brendan Broadfoot on the back there. I want to go fast. I want to go fast.
I want to break free.
Yep, that's exactly what that. You got it. Of course, some music trivia off here with Wesley P.
And right now, all these guys just kind of staying in position, holding their line. Look at Buzzy Mongold trying to just methodically stay in tow. When do I pull out a line? When do I make my move? Do I go with Broadfoot? Do I go with Aaron? Do we turn against him and leave Broadfoot hung out to dry? We got to figure it out, but not yet. They come to the line. We're going single-digit racing. 9 to go at Talladega for 2025 in the NASRA Cup Series.
Yeah, single-line racing, as you said there, Wesley, and this is exactly what these drivers had earlier during the race. They got to start thinking about double filing up to if you want to shuffle yourselves up some positions, just like we saw after race start. But now they got up to full speed, they're happy just to sit in behind each other formed this very large snake, as T. Bruce was saying out there. This that Holmes has had a win there in Kansas last season. At the moment, Broadfoot,
Matt Holmes does have a win. Yeah. He won in Kansas last year. You're exactly right. I just looked it up. One career win for Matt Holmes.
Here we go. At the moment, second line, mate, starting forward. Speaking of Matt Holmes himself, there he is. And Ryan Johnson, well, they're in a position where they've got to get moving, isn't it, to catch these front leaders here, because those laps are clicking over pretty quickly. And the only way for them to move is to get that second line going and start getting right onto the bumper of each other and give themselves that nice little slingshot push. That's all they can kind of hope for. Well, perhaps there could be a big smash up the front too. That'll help them out, but I'm sure most drivers don't really want to.
Really, my apologies. He's a two-time winner, Dean. Matt Holmes is a two-time winner. This is his 46th career start for NASRA tonight. He is a two-time winner in NASRA. He won at Kansas back in November of last year. Oh, by the way, he won Talladega last year as well. Go figure. There you go.
Oh. So, Superspeedway is his speciality.
Sporte. 7 to go. Anybody got anything? Thank you, Tristan Bruce. Yes. Broadfoot in the lead. Aaron second. Mongold third. So for everybody besides Holmes, they've never won in NASRA in the top 10. How competitive and unbelievable is that, Dean? Does it show you how great this series is? Even Joshua Suss has not won in NASRA. You're on board with Mongold, who's in third. Coming to the line, 6 to go off 4.
Yeah, Joshua Suss in that P4 position, Mongold in that P3, Aaron P2. And Broadfoot still in the lead of this one. Once again, when's that second line going to be forming? We heard before from our stage 1 winner of where is he gone currently at the moment. Ryan Johnson, who's just hovering in that P12 position. How tricky it is to get that second line going. Somebody at the moment, that looks like 47 of Maddie trying to get something going at the moment. And everybody's just saying, no, we're not coming with you. We're not happy. So that should drop him back a little bit. He's in P11, probably hovering around P12 position. As that Ryan Johnson gets past him now. So, look at that. Just hung out to dry, almost P13. Just like that, Wesley. That's a gamble. You don't want to take up the front here at the moment. Got to get on the horn. You got to get your mates out there and go, oi, oi, help me. In this race.
Stay in line. Be nice. Be friends. And try to survive it here in the end. All this going on as they work back across the stripe. Another lap on the board, 5 remaining. You're on board with Brandon Broadfoot. Broadfoot, by the way, has never won. Neither has Aaron or Mongold or Suss or Johnson or Albright. Holmes has 2 wins. Most recently, Kansas last year, at Talladega win as well. Hardin, Burleson, Cherry, most recent winner also. We're watching all this going on. So now 8 of the top 10 are non-winners.
Brandon Broadfoot with his triple screens won't need to look to the left or to the right at the moment there. He's just going to have to keep focusing forward because he knows in his rearview mirror he's got Thomas Aaron. That's all he needs to really be concerned at this point. He's going to be wondering when Thomas Aaron's going to be looking at making a little slingshot move to try to steal this.
By the way, Dean.
Yes, sir.
By the way, Dean, Ryan Johnson back up to 10th. Remember, he was spun against the wall the last caution. He's up to 10th now.
Well, you never count out
4
the
to
tiny
go.
horse.
Ryan Johnson, 41 career wins for him. Looking for his 42nd. As right now you're back on board with Joshua Suss down the inside. Brandon Broadfoot leading the way in the double deuce in the Cougar meat car. He's had his share of up and down moments tonight, but he's put himself in contention to be up in front. Could tonight be the night for the Chico, California driver, one of the Razor Ramones of NASRA, including the high flyer Raul Meza earlier tonight. But Broadfoot right now looking good, leading them again on the back straightaway with 3 to go, Dino.
Time to get going if you want to win this race. It's as simple as that. Gotta try something, but how difficult is it, Wesley?
His 231st career start. Could it be his first win? He has 11 top 5s, 57 top 10s, but no win. A goose egg in the win column. Could career start 231 change it? 2 to go. Less than 6 miles remain in Talladega for the final time of the Cup Series of 2025. Broadfoot, Aaron, Mongold, nobody's making a move. It's a stalemate on the back straightaway.
I think it'll be. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's your move. That's Buzzy sticking his nose out at the moment.
Mongold!
Joshua Suss will sneak it through.
Works through on the bottom, leaps Mongold with no fringe, but here comes Anthony Harden to save the day up on the top shelf. Now Mongold ducks in line, back to the inside, back to 6th. Harding with a big run on the outside on his own. Broadfoot's working through the tri-oval. They cannot crash. They got to take the white flag. Darren's detailing shine. 1 to go. This is it. Final time. 1 lap. Who's it going to be on the other side? Broadfoot, the Cougar car, the me car from Talladega Nights, driven by Ricky Bobby. Down the back straightaway.
Can they
if you ain't first, you're last. And right now he is first. 230 races of trying, trials and tribulation, frustration. The man could it be tonight for Broadfoot. Chico, California is going to be having a party for the 2025 send-off. Who's going to pull out a line? Here comes Thomas Aaron. He'll go to the outside. He's blocked. Suss gets into him. Brandon Broadfoot, you are a winner of NASRA.
You can see him pumping his fist
the
there
final
as well.
winner. The final winner of the 2025 NASRA Cup Series is a first-time winner. The Razor Ramon of NASRA, Brendan Broadfoot from Chico, California, wins the Blanchard's Towing 250.
Wow. Wow, after 2 minutes of repairs in that pit road on back lap 75, got the job done, made his way up through there, had to survive. Quite a bit of a feast to get through there, but that's the beauty of Superspeedways, my friend. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish.
Done it! 230 races coming up short. Career race number 231 finally breaks through into victory lane. Brandon Broadfoot wins here in Talladega. Coming up around the corner, the 49 North Collision victory lane for the NASRA Cup Series. What a way to end 2025, Dean. And what's to come for the resumption of Season 2? And obviously, what a moment. I got to give props to all these guys. Can I give them a round of applause? Let's give them a round of applause. A big round of applause. Another round of applause. Listen to this. Broadfoot, Suss, Aaron, Johnson, Albright, Mongold, Hardin, Burleson, all drivers that finished in the top 8 that have never won before in NASRA, Dean, doing everything that they could, possibly celebrating their best career finish of NASRA competition, but most importantly, the closest that they've ever come to winning. And for Brandon Broadfoot as well, it is his first time winning. He burns it down. If you ain't first, you're last. It shows on the Talladega Nights throwback car of Brandon Broadfoot as he burns it down. Oh, and by the way, Dean, Brandon Broadfoot's final Christmas present for NASRA of 2025 is not only his first career win, but a trip to the playoffs in the Cup Series. Unbelievable.
Absolutely fantastic for him. We'll be super excited. We're going to get to chat him very soon as well, too, after we go through our race results, Wesley.
Brandon Broadfoot will pick up the win. There's the interval over Joshua Suss, Thomas Aaron, Jeffrey Johnson, Chase Albright, your top 5. Buzzy Bongold, Anthony Harden, even the problems he had, rallied back in the John Deere green car to finish for Mr. Mustache in the top 10. Tony Burleson as well, Matt Holmes, Ryan Johnson-Dean, all in the top 10 at Talladega when the checker failed.
Matt Cherry will come through as well too after the Mission 1 Esports. He had to fight his way back up to that P11 along with Matt Hudgens there, Trevor Williams, Ben Scanlon. He also had a bit of a fight to come back up to P14. Kevin Edwards, Zach Caulfield a little bit down, a lap down. These are the drivers that were a lap down. Andrew Olowski, Adam Newton, all drivers that are involved in some of those pretty big wrecks as well too, with Roger Diebold, Peyton Johnson, Brian Chu, Joshua Rodriguez, Randy Nichols, Brandon Liu, Drew Ballesteros. These drivers are actually retired from the race as well too. There, and with Dean, Tristan, Rao, Brandon, Justin Clapper,
wow,
Cody Knott, and Stevie around that field.
What a race, what a fun time indeed. Almost 2 hours and 8 minutes time of the checkered flag. Broadfoot, this is going to be special. Here's a look at it one more time as he holds off everybody coming after him. Joshua Suss, Thomas Aaron. Aaron pulled out a line, so did Mongold, but it wasn't enough. Brandon Broadfoot, one of the Ramones of NASRA from Chico, California. He is a winner of the NASRA Cup Series tonight in Talladega. We take a break. We grab the podium next. Stay with us. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime. Back here at Talladega, there you see the finish coming through the tri-oval, the battle for second between Joshua Suss and Thomas Aaron. We'll get their thoughts here in just a moment, but there's the push there at the end, and when it's said and done, Brandon Broadfoot, we welcome you to North 49 North Collision post-race interviews. They're located off of I-85 in Burlington, North Carolina. Brandon, you are a winner of NASRA, 230 races without a victory. Finally, sir, you break through. What a way to end 2025 for the NASRA Cup Series.
Oh, it feels good. It hasn't kicked in yet, but it will. Usually I'm ecstatic, like crazy ecstatic when I win something. But
we saw you clenching your fist. I mean, we could tell you were excited there at the end. Yeah,
I was, but usually I'm like screaming and almost passing out. But not tonight yet. I will definitely celebrate this. And that was fun at the end. Thanks to Thomas for giving me the pushes. Teammate with the allied teammate with Midpack Motorsports. It was fun working with him, getting up there, getting that top lane to work. It was just hard to do at the start of the race, but we was able to figure it out later on. And then Josh not spinning me out to win it. So that feels good. That feels really good to get first victory out of how many starts you say?
230. 230.
Wow.
Yes, sir. 231st is the victory. Hey, listen, so Dean will have a question for you in just a moment, but I do got to ask you, what was it like driving this car, fighting the fog, right? We were even told from our director that the weather will clear. It should be clear by at least 30, 45 minutes. It should clear up, and we'll have sunny conditions. That wasn't the case. Weather had a mind of its own. It was mostly cloudy, foggy. Did that hurt the car? Did it change the racing strategy any? And obviously your take of that and the car in general.
No, I couldn't really notice it. It seemed like more of a overcast type of feeling in the race. I mean, I'm used to the fog, like I mentioned last week, the toll fog in one of the comments when you guys were at New Hampshire, and I'm used to driving in it. So if it was dense fog, and I probably was able to make it up there still. But yeah, no, it didn't really have any effect on any of the racing. It was just I think the cooler temps made it hard to really make lines form. I mean, you could tell by the race we couldn't even get a third lane in. Better yet, try to make second lane work. But yeah. To answer your question on that, no, that fog didn't have any problems. If it was there, then it would have been fun, even with the dense fog. So,
Dean, what you got for our winner, Brandon
Broadfoot? That actually answered
Broadfoot?
my question I was going to ask, actually. So, yeah, he got that one already. So, I just have to say,
about the dense fog.
Yeah, well, exactly, and the conditions as well too, and getting that second line going, as you said, was very tricky.
You had to be aggressive with the. You had to be really aggressive with the side drafting, and I came to almost a few times where I almost wrecked my teammates out because of it, but thankfully that didn't happen, and we got to win, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Final question. Thank your sponsors. Brandon, a winner in the NASRA sanctioning body. What does NASRA mean to you? I know there's been good, bad, and ugly along the way, but you never given up, right? What will you take out of this victory, first time winning at Talladega, for sure?
You learn off of it. That's where it builds right there. After winning, you just take it to the next series, like Fridays, and try to win there next. But it means a lot, you know. I've come a long way, like you said. So to learn over the years, over the seasons with NASRA, I actually gained a lot of respect with a lot of people, and I probably lost a lot of respect with a lot of people. But it feels good. I want first and foremost thank Brady for running this thing. It's starting to skyrocket. Justin Clapper, the team owner from Impact Motorsports, thank him for bringing me on. It feels pretty good to be in that team. Yeah, we had a few shifting issues tonight in our Discord, but to be able to bring it home for him and the team feels really special. And for Donuts, D&Q, or I think it's Donuts, the other allies that's a part of MidPack, thank those guys for being teammates with us as well in the channels. And thank you guys for putting on a heck of a show. And hopefully we did tonight and put on a show for you guys.
I hope you put the call of the finish on your social media and on your highlight reel, man, because I definitely tried to bring it home as best as I could for you, buddy, for sure. Definitely.
I'm sure you did.
Congratulations, man. Enjoy this one, Brandon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, and one more thing. The Talladega Nights Cougar car.
Even better. Yeah, I mean, it's even perfect fitting right there, right? Just to have it back up there and win the race. It all came together tonight, and you know, I was due one. I mean Tristan kind of hung me out there in Friday, so I was due for a win, so I finally got it, so I could rub it all in his face. So, but yeah, that definitely is a fitting night for the Cougar to be on there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now official. In his 231st career start of NASRA, for the driver, of course, out of Chico, California, he will now celebrate his first ever win, 12 top fives and 58 top tens. The man out of California, the final winner of 2025. Double B Racer Ramon of NASRA.
I love
Brandon Broadfoot, baby. Congratulations. Let's grab now second place. And we'll get another man that looked really strong, came up short there at the end. Joshua Suss. Joshua, what a way to battle. What a way to rally, right? Got around Aaron. We'll get Thomas's thoughts in a minute, but just could not get Broadfoot. But I got to give you guys props. I talked to you earlier. Your car looked like it was a version of Transformers, if you will. You could see the skeleton, the front clip, the back clip. You said, I'm waiting to save my car for the third stage to get fixed. You did, and you finished second.
Oh, yeah. So we were that first caution when we kind of bundled up on the backstretch. And, yeah, teammates just kind of all came together, and I got shunted into the wall. But, yeah, I was able to fix 8 minutes and 43 seconds worth of damage, get my lap back, and honestly, by the beginning of the race, the car was really weird because with the update, nobody knew how to run it. It was weird. Then we started figuring out the racing got funner, and yeah, I mean, then it just came to straight up strategy. Me and Jeffrey, we were talking strategy from 10 to go, and it was changing every turn.
Dean, you got anything for Josh, buddy?
Well, that was the key strategy, wasn't it? Like, you needed your teammate there. Yes. What could you have done from the P2 position? You were working and fighting, battling with tooth and nail there with Thomas Aaron as well, too, mate. So, get the second. Go ahead.
Thomas actually, I think, saved Brandon because Thomas went wide like I wanted him to. And me and Jeffrey were going to shoot the gap, but Jeffrey kind of fell off my bumper a little. So I had a nice run. And when I went to go to Brandon's outside, Thomas came back down and closed the door on me.
Joshua, obviously, I know you were looking for your first career NASRA win, but one of the things you said was, I'm not going to turn a guy to win it.
Facts.
Can you elaborate more on that? Basically, not taking out Broadfoot.
Yeah, I don't want to win by turning a guy. I want my first win to be true and pure, where I won it off a great move. I had a chance on Mondays. I think it was Talladega, but I wasn't willing to take out Matt Cherry to do it. There was a gap, but it probably would have ended Cherry's race. So I tried to come back down, and I ended up getting shot through the grass. But, yeah, I'm not one to just wreck somebody to try to get what's not even technically mine.
Well, Bud, before we let you go, final race of 2025, sir, for the NASRA Cup Series. Obviously, before we let you go, sir, please thank your sponsors, and we'll see you after the holidays.
Well, I had my branch on the car today, so U.S. Air Force was on the car. I want to thank Florida.
Thank you for your service, as always.
No problem. I had Florida Cabinet Distributors, C.O.P.S, Murph's Magical Creations, Starbase 1552 Comics, anyone who sponsors this league in general. They do a great job, like Serve Pro, everyone. Pulse Poppers, Brady and Cody for all the work they do, Justin for what we do in here, all the board members. None of this would be possible without a good team. And can't wait to see you guys for the Prosper Engineering League.
There you go. That'll be coming January the 20th beginning. It's going to be a fun time. We'll have now 4 nights of NASRA competition. Ladies and gentlemen, from Great Bend, Kansas, the Copper, that is the man, Mr. Joshua Suss. By the way, as his race ends tonight, career start number 177. No wins, 9 top 5s, 30 top 10s for that driver. Let's grab now Thomas Aaron. Thomas, I want to say this is the first time, sir, that I've ever talked to you. I think maybe we've ever even had you on the podium for post-race. Your take of this race, you were really strong, had some moments, just come up short at the end. Your survival of finishing on the podium, sir.
Yeah, it's good to be here for the first time. We've had plenty of good runs that just didn't end very well at the end. We've had speed whenever we were able to run I haven't ran every race, been committed to run a full-time season, but things happen, especially when you work in racing, but so you're going to hear a lot of negative stuff about this car on plate tracks. Look, I am a Gen 4 truther. It's the best race car that has ever been put on a racetrack, and it's the best era in NASCAR. If I was running things, you would throw all the templates and everything out, and you would go back to this car and put the blueprint. Like I said, you're going to have a lot of people complain about this car, but I think they're just so used to a drafting package that you can just generate a run almost at will. You have to think it through. You had to plan exactly when you were going to push, when you were going to form the run, when you were going to go to the outside. You had to be smart about it. Overall, I had a great time tonight. Congratulations to my teammate, Brandon. Well deserved. We were trying to make it to where one of us would win the race, and we made that happen. But I would try to make it interesting at the end. I wasn't just going to push him. We had to at least try. So, fun race, and happy to be here.
Grand Prairie, Thomas Aaron, by the way, career start number 9 to 19. Just wanted to throw that out there, my friend, before your question. He has no wins. This is his first ever top 5 and his fifth top 10 finish. So there's always improving. He done it.
Gets the podium as well too. He started in a good position. You can obviously clearly see that, Thomas, that you love this car. You love driving it. You always were battling it up the front there. Seen some fantastic moves around the outside that you had performed as well too in the late stages of this race. As we were saying up at the booth, mate, if you want to put anybody your money on anybody to win this one, it certainly could have been yourself. But you got to be happy with that P3 position.
Yeah. You could make the top work. You just had to get the right guys in that lane. And I think the biggest key on that was the side draft. You really had to pin the bottom down. And it was a risky move to be on that guy's door. But in order to get the run down the straightaways, you just had to be on his door. And I noticed the people, I tried to stay away from people I noticed that left too much of a gap, or I would keep that in my memory bank of like, okay, that guy doesn't really know how to side draft, or he's not willing to at this point in the race. Whereas I was trying that at various points in the race, especially after into the third stage. So once you kind of figured that out, the main thing was not to panic if you got shuffled. It's like, okay, I'll gather it back up and then we'll build another run and we'll go to the outside and see what happens. And honestly, I thought there was going to be a bigger charge from the back on the top, but it never formed. So maybe everyone can learn from what we were able to do in the middle of the race and see that you can generate a run and run to the outside. So, like I said, I love this car. It's great.
Hey, Thomas, in closing, please segue this and thank your sponsors as well, sir. But what does it mean for you and the other 6 drivers like Suss, like Broadfoot, like the ones behind you as well, that, man, eight of the top 10 were drivers that were trying to win their first ever NASRA competition event? What does that say about the series, not just the Cup car, but the sanctioning body in a whole?
This is a great league. We've had some pretty difficult times with, cautions and all that, but, Justin White does a really good job. Justin Clapper, everyone at NASRA, to put on a good event. Those cautions will be ironed out as the season goes on. I think you saw it tonight. We had a pretty good run to the end, and everybody mined their P's and Q's and raced really, really good. On top of that, I would like to thank, I have UNT on my car. That's the university I graduated from. I'm a first-generation college graduate, and because of that, I get to do what I love and get to work in racing and get to go to the racetrack almost every weekend as an engineer in the NASCAR Truck Series. So got to thank my parents for supporting me through all that. And just everybody in the league, my parents and everybody who y'all put on a great show for us. And I have family members and friends watching right now, and they love tuning in every Wednesday. So keep up the good work.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the man at a Grand Prairie, Thomas Aaron, was not the winner, but he does celebrate his first ever podium, a top 5 finish, and his 5th top 10 in only his 9th start. That is Thomas Aaron. He is number 3 tonight here at Talladega. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, that will conclude Wednesday night racing for 2025 as we all will prepare for a holiday break of Christmas and New Year's. Then we have the King of Daytona, the NASRA Daytona 500 King of Daytona. There's a look at it again. You know, Dean, there's the flyer, there's the details. Hit the QR code, get signed up. A lot of great things coming. Remember, I'll be in the booth for my buddy, the Redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves, on Friday night for Portland International Raceway for the NASRA C.O.P.S Truck Series. But, Dean, in closing, there's just something special about calling your first-time winners, right? I mean, you know the emotion they're going to have. You know the work that's went behind making it happen. And I just think that it's so cool in closing of 2025 that 8 of the top 10 were drivers that have never won, and they put themselves in an opportunity to try to win here tonight at Talladega.
Absolutely. If you go back to the start of the race with some of the mishaps that happened with some of those drivers, you would have they probably even themselves thought, there's no way I'm going to come back and win this one. But their dedication, and they dug down deep, and that's what you see in NASRA Racing Network. A lot of these drivers, you just never give up, especially in Superspeedways. You fight your way back up those repairs. We spoke to Joshua Suss, remember, as well, too. He was down pit road after he'd just come off an accident, and he fought his way back up through there. Brandon did. Thomas had to go all the way to commit to trying different things, so he was experimenting out there and indicating, showing some of the other drivers out there how you can drive these cars when it was very tricky for a lot of these drivers, and you can see there. And so absolutely fantastic that a lot of these drivers had a shot for it, and absolutely big congratulations for Brandon Broadfoot. He'll have a big smile on his face going into the 2026. Who knows? Maybe he could be one of those drivers that could compete and win the big King of Daytona in the new year.
And get signed up for that again, January the 4th through the 10th, a $30 entry fee, buybacks, and more. Returning January 4th through the 10th, the NASRA Daytona 500 King of Daytona, presented by Blanchard's Towing and Recovery. We thank Chris Blanchard for sponsoring tonight's race as well. And this has been the 49 North Collision Victory Lane for the NASRA Florida Cabinet Distributors Cup Series. Ladies and gentlemen, one more broadcast on the docket. Yes, it sounds like court. Friday, Portland International Raceway. We're going to Portland, Oregon, the road course. I love that place. It's going to be a fun one, track under 1.5 miles. We will be road course racing for the final truck race of 2025, and then we take a much-needed break for Christmas and New Year's. We come back, by the way, January 14th to Indianapolis for the NASRA Cup Series presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors, and we hope that you and yours have a great Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, however you celebrate your holiday season. Thank you for allowing us to come into your living rooms, your cars, your offices, on your cell phones, your tablets, however you stream NASRA. We appreciate it sincerely. As always, on behalf of Brady LaBeouf and Cody Knott, North American Sim, RacingAssociation.com for more information. For Justin White, for the Cup Series Director. For Biggles, Dean Hopton, this is Wesley Outland, thanking you for joining us. Good night from Talladega. Brandon Broadfoot, first-time winner, wins the final race of 2025 tonight. We'll see you in 2026. Take care. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And again, more great racing history to come in the new year. We'll be back January 14th.